Shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. Come out here week in, week out, in season, out of season, to wake up the lost tribes of the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American Indians. You must return and repent, return back to Heavenly Father, keep God's commandments, right? His law, statutes, and commandments. Keep the faith in the Most High, believe in the gospel, the truth, right? The death, burial, resurrection, or be destroyed.
Right.
It's not an option. It's not a, hey, you can if you want to. You can believe in some of it, but don't believe in all of it. Keep a few commandments, but don't keep the rest of them. And you don't pick and choose. It's a must. You must do this or you will die. It ain't a lot of options. It ain't, hard. You want to choose life or you choose death. And that's what we are to preach to the 12 tribes, the hopeful elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. That now it's high time, as you could say, now it's high time to repent. Right, and time is running short. Like we always say, we're going to it a lot. We don't have 30,000 years, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That place is going down. We was talking about earlier. You got Esau sleeping in the bushes over there. You understand? So all hell is breaking loose. All hell. Hey, America is circling the drain, so to speak. And you can either fall down with her, lay in the dust with her, or you can rise up as a people, as a nation, as a household, as a family, individual, and you can be delivered and be, delivered into Christ's kingdom, man. The Most High, Yahweh Shah kingdom.
Right.
And that's what we out here to preach, right? Bring out second edges. The second edge is 9-1. Right? We're not out here to just speak our own words and our opinions, but to come out of the words of the Lord, man. Right, come out of the Bible and to let you know what thus says the Lord, what the Bible says. And the Bible is teaching the 12 tribes to repent. The Bible is teaching you to be a new man, to be a new woman, right? To be born again. Because who you are now is not going to make it. Who you are right now, who you are currently, it's not good enough. It ain't going to cut it. You understand? So we have to be born again. We have to be new men, new women, right? New children. You understand? And kill the old man before it's too late. You understand? It's a fight. Sometimes you fight the old man. You're kind of fighting with him and you're trying to get him down. He's kind of resistant. You understand? But you better make sure he's down. He's down and out before the Lord return, or you're going to be down and out. That's kind of what it is. Right? Bring it out.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently.
So we have to be diligent in this thing. Right? Be consistent. Constant. Right? Be on the lookout, measuring the times. Understand what time we're living in. Understand that, look, we got a minute left in the game, man. We got 30 seconds left in the game. You don't want to be one of those guys who don't know that it's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. You understand? Like we always bring out J.R. Smith in the championship. Kind of playing around, not realizing time is ticking. I think DeAndre Jordan did something like that before, too. That DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul was kind of cussing him out, and he kind of just holding the ball right by the rim.
Right.
Not laying it up. 1 second left. You understand? So you going to have them guys like that. Even in the world, you have guys who kind of just holding the ball. Right? The clock is going down. 3, 2, 1, and he dribbling. You understand? What was the lead back in there with the dudes who dribbling all crazy? Yeah, like the damn Globetrotter.
Right.
You kind of dribbling behind your back, you on the floor rolling around, and it's 2 seconds on the clock. You understand? You out here playing, man.
Yeah.
And then you're going, you kind of crossing people over, doing cartwheels with the ball in your hand.
Right.
You're the only one playing in the last days, man. And 2/3 of Israel allowed y'all playing and dribbling and passing it and spinning it on your damn finger and doing all type of tricks, man.
Right.
So playing around, kind of off the hizzy, and there's 2 seconds left. And you're gonna have other players who other people in the thing kind of putting the ball up, man.
Right.
Who kind of driving to the rim, you understand? Who kind of dunking, kind of putting up the three, and they hitting game winners in the last days. So you gotta measure this time diligently to understand, look, I'm not living, we're way past the time of Moses. We're way past the time when Yahweh Shah was walking the earth. We're way past the time of Paul's writing letters. Paul not writing letters no more, man. Kind of up late at night thinking about meditating, what should I say? Let me make sure I deal with every point that this church is going, dealing with. That's time has passed.
Right.
You're in a time where it's the end. You're not even in a time where Christopher Columbus just discovered America. That's time. Nope. not a group of men in a damn room with the door locked, writing the Constitution down. That time has passed. You're at the end of the world. You're at the last few days. Only a few days left, man. Right, so read that from the top. You have to understand that, because now you make haste.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past.
Yeah, when you see things start to come to pass, you see things that's written in the book, because the Bible tells you, like I said, measure the time. Hey, sister, come hear the words of the Lord. All praise to the Most High.
All right.
You believe in the Bible?
I believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian.
You a Christian?
Yeah.
Okay, all praise to the Most High. So we out here to teach you the Holy Bible, the words and the truth of Jesus Christ. You understand that? You know what Jesus looked like?
He looks like everything. He is everything. He looks like everything. I've never seen him in person. But, you know what I'm saying? I know that he here.
Yeah, they say this is Jesus Christ. That's something similar to what he would look like. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say, but I don't believe that.
You don't believe that? All right, well, the Bible gives us a description. Right, so we're going to find out. Like I said, we never seen him. We never seen him. We never seen him. Right, nobody here has ever, seen him, seen his hand, taken pictures with him, nothing like that. But the Bible gives us a description. Right,
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So Jesus Christ had woolly hair. Right,
Like nappy hair?
nappy hair, right?
Like black people.
Like black people, this is woolly. Right, this is woolly hair. So Jesus Christ had hair of wool like this, bro, like all of us. But we all got woolly hair, right?
His head and his hairs were white like
He
wool.
had white hair, right? Like the elder got white hair. This
My
right
grandma
here.
hair white, but she got gray hair.
Yeah, that's right. So he had white woolly hair, all right?
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He had red eyes.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Brass, it's like a golden brown, like a pink. You understand? This is brass right here. Right? So he had brown skin. So we talking about a brown skinned man with white woolly hair. But what race of people that fit today?
Like, you can,
Yeah, they say it's a brown skinned man with white woolly hair outside. Do you think it's a white person out there?
not necessarily.
Who do you think is
It
out
could
there?
be
What
like
race
a
of
mixed person, like,
Well,
it could be
make
like,
it mixed. Let's keep it.
it could be mixed.
And his feet like unto fine brass. As if they burned in a furnace.
Burn something, you get lighter or darker.
You get like, when you burn me, I'm gonna try to get like blacker.
But when you burn anything, you get darker.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is a dark skinned man. So they say it's a dark skinned man with white woolly hair outside. You think it's a Chinese person out there?
No,
Who's out there?
I think it's a black nigga. I mean,
You see that? It's a black nigga out there. It's a so-called African American out there. No.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
go.
you good, sister. But the point is, look at Hebrews 7:14. So Jesus Christ will be like one of us. He'll fit us.
Yeah,
He'll be
'cause I
like our
mean,
people.
black people do got like, you know, checking hair is red.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got
So
red
I know
hair.
black people like with red hair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but Jesus Christ had white woolly hair.
So I'm pretty sure like it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
so-
don't disbelieve it. I
Okay,
believe it
okay.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Now listen to this. Jesus Christ about to tell you his race and nationality.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
What would you say? What's your nationality?
I'm not sure.
Well, you can say African American, black. We'll say those things. Let's do what he said.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
He said that he's from the tribe of Judah. So he's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. He didn't say that he was African American. African American is not a real nationality. Black is not, you're not black, you're brown. Your pants is black, your shoes are black, your jacket
My
is
son
black.
just told me that this morning. That's crazy.
Right, so this, that's,
He was like, he was like, I'm not light. He was like, you're not even black. Your pants is black.
yeah,
So it's just like a different color.
right. So we're brown. So we're not black. We're not, and there's no such thing as a white person. Nobody's the color of this page right here.
Right.
You understand? There's no white, there's no black, no such thing as an African American. You understand? None of that stuff exists. Right? We became African Americans in 1986. Jesse Jackson officially described us or labeled us African Americans. So before the 80s, we was Afro American, we was colored.
Yeah, he definitely was Afro.
Right, we was colored,
Back in the day.
we was Negroes, we was niggas, we was niggers. You know what I'm saying? We've been all these different things, and none of those things are found in the Bible.
Right.
Who are we truly? We're the Israelites.
Right.
You know, so-called black history is all throughout the Bible. Let me show you something. Deuteronomy 28. You know about slavery?
I know they was whipping us.
Yeah,
but
whipping
not
us, beating
but them.
us. Yeah, that's right, right. How did we get to America?
You better ask them. I don't know how they got there.
What do history say? You know, we was in
That they
Africa
brought, that we they brought here on, what they say? I don't know.
on slave ships.
Yeah, I was gonna say like on boats,
Yeah,
like in
slave ships.
chains and all
That's
that.
right. That's right. That's in the Bible. Right, bring it up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now in ancient Egypt, the Israelites, they were slaves under Pharaoh. Moses said, let my people go. You know, he split the Red Sea so they can escape out of slavery. He said they're going to go to Egypt again, be slavery again. You understand that?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
Slavery again.
with ships.
The Bible said that the Israelites were going to slavery on ships. And we went into slavery on ships.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more
And
again.
we haven't seen our homeland again.
And there ye shall be sold.
We were sold. Who were we sold to? To white people.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
God said we're going to slavery on ships and then be sold to our enemies.
White people are enemies for.
Well, that's what the Bible just said.
But you said that we ain't nobody white or black and we all.
Well, there's
what,
no such thing as-
Israelites, right?
No, I didn't say all of us are Israelites.
You
I'm
said
talking
we
about
Israelites.
we Israelites.
Okay, so the
So-called-
white people. is
They're not. They're Edomites.
Edom, what you say?
Edomites.
Edom, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
they-
ask my grandma all about this. Cause she all know everything.
Okay. Well, what does she know? Tell her, hey, white people are not white. They're Edomites. See, these are Edomite women. Old Edomites. Right? And we're Israelites. God don't got white people written in the Bible. God don't got Chinese, the word Chinese not written. You know, you have biblical nationalities.
But
God
he definitely did describe like us, like when he
yeah.
like
So the
said something
Edom,
about us.
that's right. So the Edomites are your enemies. Today they still don't call themselves Edomites, they call themselves white people. Just like today the Israelites are calling themselves African Americans or black people. But we have to understand who we truly are, not based off what a man calls us, not based off what Americans think we are, but based off what our God says we are. You understand that? And we are the Israelites. God, we just read our history, verse 48.
Verse 48. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So we're going to be a dependent people. We're dependent on another race of people, on our enemies, for food, for clothing, for water, for transportation, for a mall, for anything, right? Whatever it is, we're dependent on another race of people. The same people that shoot us down in the streets and get away with it, the same policemen that gun our brother and our father and our uncles and our sisters down, the same man we go to for food, and we go to for water.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Right, Timothy?
White people got one.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
See that? And we had yokes of iron around our necks. And we went into slavery on ships. And we got white woolly hair.
That's right.
And we got brown skin.
That's right.
So what type of people is the Bible describing right now? It's only one group. That's us. It's only us. So the Bible is about us. It's for us. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's found in 1 to 5. So a lot of people, like I said, they got, like you said, they say that's Jesus Christ, but a lot of people got that white image in their mind, and they not understanding. A lot of people say it's a white man's book, not understanding that the whole Bible is all about Jesus.
That's right.
Not understanding from cover to cover, Genesis to Revelation, it's all about the Israelite people. Right, bring it up.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Solomon was a king, one of the greatest kings to ever live.
That's right.
He was rich, he was handsome, strong, right? He had a lot of money, he was wise, he had a lot of wisdom, knowledge, smartest man that walked the earth. This is one of God's, favorite men. You understand that? Right, let's see what he looks like.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
I am black,
He's black, read.
but comely.
Comely means attractive or handsome. You understand that? You understand? So he's saying, look, I'm black and I'm handsome. You understand? I'm black and I'm attractive.
That's right.
Like, and this is a king that's saying this. A lot of times people think we just all poor and homeless and we sleeping on the floor, we're drugged out, we live in the projects. But so-called black people once kings.
That's right.
Once wise, once knowledgeable. You understand? Once had, a lot of riches. You understand? We was once great. Right, T?
I am black but comely, O ye daughters of
He's
Jerusalem.
letting all the women, all the daughters of Jerusalem know, look, I'm black and handsome. You understand? So this is our Bible. Jesus Christ is our King. You understand? And he died for us. You understand? And because he died for us, we must do what? We must live for him. You understand? And how do we do that? How do we live for him?
By doing what he would do, like helping people out, like y'all doing with me, helping me out. Y'all out as a teacher,
That's right.
teaching somebody who probably don't know. I kind of know a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can't think. You know what I'm saying?
Book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 19.
Read it out.
And I will give unto thee. Salaki.
When he start reading, y'all say what? Read it out?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Yeah, see that? Bring it out.
Book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life?
But you want to know, how do we get the kingdom of heaven? How do I get eternal life? Right? How do I make sure I get, in the kingdom of heaven? Right? Live forever. Right? Always joy, happiness, peace, no pain, no crying, no suffering. How do I obtain that?
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none but one, that is God.
Right?
But if thou wilt enter into life,
You want the kingdom of heaven?
keep the
You
commandments.
gotta keep the commandments. So yeah, you
Take
got,
them out.
well, no, not just 10, but it's more than 10. It's because rape is not a part of the 10 commandments. Can we rape women? No, you can't rape women. Right, so
Ain't right there.
yeah, can't rape. We ain't rape nobody. You understand? But that's not part of the 10. So if you say just keep the 10, that means you telling me I can do that. So that's so
Okay,
it's more
yeah,
than
that makes sense.
it's more than just 10. You understand? So we gotta keep all the commandments. Keep reading.
And he saith unto
Oh,
him,
do you know the 10 commandments?
Some of them.
So let's show you. Let's show you. Get Exodus 27. Let's show you.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 7.
Read it out.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day
So one of the 10 commandments is the Sabbath day. Right, keep reading.
to keep it holy.
You gotta keep it holy. Holy means set apart. So this day, on Sunday through Friday, you kind of doing your thing. But this seventh day, you set apart just for the Lord. You may work, you may hustle, you may bustle, you may run your errands, do whatever you gotta do. But this day, you gotta at least have
Which is
one
Sunday,
day.
right?
No, seventh
day
day
is
is Saturday. Today is the Sabbath.
It is.
Right. Today is the Sabbath day. So this is the day when you.
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. You gotta spend that day to the Lord. You gotta give at least one day to the Lord. A day of rest. Where you're not working, you're not on your feet, you're not at the job getting up early in the morning. You understand? You ain't sweating in the kitchen all day. You got a day
So
of
I ain't gotta
rest.
cook Saturday?
No, you can't cook. Well, it's actually Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So Saturday night you can cook. But so the Sabbath actually begins Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So it started last night.
They didn't teach me this Bible stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta catch my bus though. Thank y'all.
All right, sister.
Here we go. Love y'all.
Hey, take a flyer.
Take a flight.
All right, you got YouTube?
I got it.
Thank you. Y'all keep doing your thing though. Somebody go here, just like I did.
All praise to the Son. Lord,
Yeah, brother.
I got that. I got that flight.
Got you, sister.
All praise. Go back to the second just now. First I thought she wanted to dap us up. I'm gonna dap her up. Yeah, watch out. Beware.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Read it out.
He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the same very time, that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, because you gotta watch. Like, we did from top slide.
From one. 2.
No, read verse 2.
Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, once you start seeing things come to pass, which means you gotta be aware of what's supposed to come to pass. That's why you gotta read. You understand? That's why you gotta listen to the words of the Lord. So you'll understand that, okay, I know earthquakes in diverse places. I know Jacob's trouble. I know race wars. Right? I know, be seditions amongst men. You know what I'm saying? I know these things are gonna come to pass. I know it should be famines. Right? I know, these different things are gonna come to pass. So once these things come to pass, then I can say, okay, check that off, I see this. Okay, I see this happening on the earth, I can check that off. I see these things playing out on the earth, I'm gonna check this off. And now you know, okay, this is the time the Lord was speaking about. Now, the time is now. It wasn't 100 years ago. It's not 100 years from now. It's right now. We living in the time of the end. You understand? So you gotta measure the time diligently. You understand? You gotta know what to look out for. You gotta be get Isaiah 62:6. You gotta be a watchman in this thing. A watchman gotta know what to look out for. You can't put a watchman on the top of the building, give him a telescope, and he don't know where the army is. You're like, hey, look out for the army. He's like, what the hell is the army? And he kind of blowing the trumpet because he sees he seen a dog. And now everybody running around thinking the army about it, everybody invaded, and really he don't know what the hell the army is. And then we see how many people coming, he don't blow the trumpet because he don't know what's going on. Like, I didn't even know what the army was. So you gotta know, look, okay, I know this is gonna happen. I know what to look out for. So now when I see it, I can blow that trumpet, sound that alarm, so the people will know, and other people gotta know. That's another thing. We dealing with people that don't know. We're blowing the trumpet, blowing the alarm, and people don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, don't know that song.
They think, hey, even not for real, literally, this really happens. People sometimes think we about to rap. They don't know what we blowing the alarm about. They think we about to rap. People that say, hey, y'all about to sing. People wanted us to dance for them. They thought this was like a cardboard that we was gonna break dance on.
Right.
You understand? So they don't know that. They don't even know what this sound means. You know what I'm saying? You would hear, it's like 4th of July. You got some people come from certain neighborhoods, they got the fireworks going, but then you also got people shooting. You understand? And a brother who's kind of, familiar with gunshots, he'll know the difference between the firecracker, that was the actual gunshot right there. And some people get real good, they can probably tell you the gun. They just hear it, they be like, oh yeah, that was a revolver. Or, oh yeah, that was it. They'll know that. Yeah. But when you got a person who probably have no idea, never even heard a gunshot in his life, he think this is all firecrackers popping off. He don't realize that he in the middle of the projects and Jake is just shooting his place up. He think it's all just firecrackers. He just out there thinking it's all a game. And that's the type of people we're dealing with right now. That's the state of our people. They don't realize, no, this sound is not just a joke. This sound is an alarm, and it's a warning that you got to get right. You must get right because an army is coming. A war is coming. You understand? The Lord is coming with an army. Right? Yahweh Shah is on his way back.
Right.
Hey, we asked the Edomite, was that last week or the week before? I think the week before. We asked the Edomite, he came up at the camp, what is the Lord going to do when he turns? He said, save. That's it. He said, he's just coming back to save. So they don't. So even even Esau don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on in the last days. Right? Bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 62 and verse number 6.
Bring it out.
I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace.
So the watchmen not supposed to hold their peace. We can never just stop preaching the word. If we stop, hey, shame on us. We can't just stop not giving people warning. No, we gotta constantly give the people a warning. We can't hold our peace when it comes to the Lord. That's Luke 18. Lord said, hey, constantly, you gotta basically get on the Lord's nerves, man. All the prayers that's going up, he should kind of be stressed out about it. Until you get what you want, man. It's like a kid asking grandpa or daddy for $1. Constantly asking until you gotta get up. And be like, man, let me get this boy $1. He gonna just keep on, but that's how you gotta do. We gotta constantly cry out to the Lord. Constantly send prayers. We gotta constantly come out here and spread the truth and give the warning to our people.
That's right.
You believe in the Bible, brother? Come hear the words of the Lord, brother. Come hear the words of the Lord.
Come on, King. 3 minutes. Give us 3 minutes.
3 minutes for God. Give God 3 minutes.
Come on, brother. You got 3
3 minutes
King.
for
Come on,
God.
man.
He woke you up this morning. The least you can do is give him 3 minutes.
King. Give me 3 minutes.
Is it gonna hurt you, brother? Is it gonna hurt you?
I ain't gonna hurt me. I just got my own personal way of religion.
You got what?
I got my own personal way of religion. So just hearing the Bible ain't really like.
No, nobody said just hear the Bible. You gotta do it too. You can't just be a hearer only. That's the problem, probably just hearing it. You can't just hear it, you gotta actually hear it and then apply it. You understand that? The Lord ain't dealing with people who just hear it, you gotta put it into work now. You understand that, brother? You say you got your own personal relationship?
Yeah.
1 John 2:3. What do that look like? Like your own personal relationship. Like, what do that look like?
I'm connected to like this kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't see myself like changing. I see myself disrespecting.
You don't see yourself praising God? Why you don't praise God?
Because that's one of the personal reasons.
You said what?
I'm too knowledgeable on the Bible.
You too knowledgeable?
Yeah, so like I got a different understanding of it.
All right, we're gonna show you something about. See
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse number 3.
Bring it out.
And hereby we do know that we know him,
So if you got a relationship and you know him, keep reading.
if we keep his commandments.
What?
If we keep his commandments.
You ever heard that verse before? Well, you say you're knowledgeable on it. You ever heard that verse? Okay, so it says if you have a relationship with God and you know God, you gotta keep God's commandments. You keep the commandments of God? Well, do you know? Can you name 5 commandments?
I know. That's not hate or like greed, being greedy.
Well, you can hate.
No, I said something about like hatred, enemies.
Yeah, you can't envy. Well, you can't hate your. You in Leviticus 19:7.
Oh yeah, love neighbor, love your neighbor like your
Like yourself. Love your neighbors, love yourself. Listen to this, brother.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So you can't hate your brother in your heart. Really?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Who is your brother? That you cannot hate. No, that's not the Bible talking about. The Bible is something greater than just your brother. You said what? Culture? All right, let's read it. So you're going to tell you.
And not suffer sin upon him.
So you don't want to see your brother in sin. You know what sin is? What is sin? Ways of the devil? I don't think about it.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse number 4.
Bring it out.
Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law.
Hold on. Listen, brother, this is what sin is. Right
For
here.
sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is when you break God's laws. So if God say thou shalt do this and you don't do it, you're in sin. If God say don't do it and you do it anyway, you're in sin. You understand that? So Leviticus 19 says don't hate your brother in your heart. Read from the top.
Con. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, not suffer sin upon him.
So when you see him in sin, you gotta correct him. Get rid of it.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Against who?
Against the children of thy people.
So your brother is the children of your people. So those that come from your nation, those are your brothers and your sisters.
Right.
It's like a lot of this like religious stuff though. I grew up on this shit.
What religion are we? We keep talking about religion. We keep pretending we're religion.
You talking about the Bible, so you need Christianity. I mean, y'all holding the Bible as Christianity.
Well, we don't follow Christianity.
Hell.
No. Christians celebrate Christmas?
Christians celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. Do you celebrate Christmas?
I normally go with my family do it.
Okay. But do you do it?
Yeah, because my family do all this all
Well, we don't celebrate Christmas.
That's
so
right.
You're more of a Christian than we are.
Well,
Well, you just say you do because you want the kids to be happy. Okay, Christianity. If Christianity never existed, Christmas would never exist. Christianity is Christmas.
it's all really based off the book of Nimrod. So if you know about Nimrod, it all really was based off because they say that the time Nimrod was born is the time Jesus died.
Yeah, I know about
And
Nimrod.
that's why honestly it's
But
Christmas.
get Jeremiah 10. The Bible tells you not to celebrate Christmas.
It's the
You
book
said the
of
Bible don't say that?
That's the Quran.
Well, this is the Holy Bible. We about to read out of it right now.
It's the book of
If you say you acknowledge on it, we got to read out. Do they say Quran? Nope. Holy Bible, and we about to read. Do not celebrate Christmas in the Holy Bible.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto all you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen,
God said, do not follow the ways of the heathens. Read.
and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain.
It said that the customs of the people are vain. I mean, this is a bad custom that they do, correct? If something is vain, that's not good, right? Okay, keep reading. So we about to read about a bad custom out the Holy Bible.
You know what's crazy though?
Hold on, let's finish. Let's finish. We about to read about a bad custom. We about to read about a bad custom out the Holy Bible.
For one cutteth a tree out of the
So
forest,
they keep reading.
the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So a vain, bad custom is that people take an axe and they cut a tree out the forest. Keep reading.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Then they decorated that tree with silver and with gold. Keep reading.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Then they nail it down so it don't fall. What holiday do people cut a tree out the forest, put it in their house, nail it down, and then deck it with silver and gold? What holiday is that? Christmas. The Bible just said it's a vain custom and to not follow the ways of the heathen.
Right.
So that means the Bible is just telling you that custom is a bad custom and you shouldn't do it and you shouldn't celebrate it.
It started with the Roman Catholics. The Roman Catholics started it. They ain't start that.
But my
Roman
point is,
Catholics
but you
started
just said, my point is, that,
it's a custom. They say
Oh.
keyword custom.
but the point is that it's
It's
telling
an
you,
extra recipe.
are you listening?
I'm listening.
God is telling you not to do it. So you said that's in the Quran, but it's actually in the Bible to not do that. And you do it. And it's, you start with the Romans, so, what's the,
It
it's
started
the,
with the Romans. There's a reason why the Romans started.
and the Rome, what religion was the Romans?
Catholics.
Oh, okay, yeah, Catholic Christianity, right? So, Catholicism. Right, so the point is, you do a custom that Christians do, we don't.
Sorry, Islam.
No, we're not Islam. We're the Israelites.
That's right.
We're the people of the Bible.
That's right.
That's what you are. You're an Israelite. We're not black. We're not Americans. We're not Negroes, colored. We're the Hebrew Israelites that let the Bible speak of, the chosen people of God. We have no religion. We're a people, and the Bible is not about a religion. The Bible is about a relationship between God and His people, a true relationship. But and to know God is to keep His commandments. And if you don't keep His commandments, then you do not know God.
That's right.
That's what you have to teach our people. To teach them how to truly know God so they can actually know God. And not just say it, but actually prove it with their actions. Because love is an action word, right? Right? So if you love God, you keep God's commandments. You have a relationship with God, you keep God's commandments. If you're not a Christian, but you celebrate Christian customs, you're a Christian.
I got a different lifestyle.
We know you got a different lifestyle. That's why we're telling you change your lifestyle and come back to the right lifestyle.
That's right.
Your different lifestyle is the wrong lifestyle.
The way mine's, I know, how do I put this, bro? It's like the way I put my descriptive, like my mind is so descriptive. It's way your mindset is also a proper mindset. But you don't have to chill your mind, you don't have to take power over yourself in those surroundings. So, how do I say this? So it's like even like with the even with the Bible, like you feel me, you need to praise God. You know, the man y'all praise is not just God also. It's two different beings.
Who do we praise?
You praise Lucifer and God. Lucifer is God.
No, Lucifer is not God. Who is Lucifer? Can you show us that in the Bible that Lucifer is God? You think
Prove.
Lucifer is Lucifer the devil? Lucifer not even the devil. You're wrong again. He's not. He's not. Where did you get the word Lucifer from? You got that from the Bible, right? So let the Bible tell you who Lucifer is, because it's not. Hold on, Lucifer is not the devil. The Bible don't teach that. And Lucifer, we're gonna show you, since you got a good understanding and your mind is on an elite level, we're about to read the scriptures to you about Lucifer in Isaiah 14, and you tell me is Lucifer the devil? Because the
That's
Bible.
why he said it's to be God.
Hold on.
Because it's a good
Listen.
The devil, there's a Satan and there's Lucifer. There's two different devils.
Is Lucifer the devil? Yes or no?
There's two different devils.
The Bible does not teach that
Saying,
Lucifer.
yeah.
Listen, Lucifer is not the devil, actually. And we're about to read it, and I want you to break the verse down. So hold on. What's crazy to me is that you got a word, Lucifer. You got that from the Bible. I'm about to read about Lucifer out the Bible that you got the term Lucifer from, and you don't want to. And Lucifer in the Bible. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let's say, for example, right? Let's say Jordans, right? I'm gonna use the right example of Jordans. Let's say I got the idea and the word Jordan from the Bible, and I say Jordans is a piece of clothing, and then somebody say, well, actually, I'm about to show you that Jordan is not clothes. Jordan is actually shoes. I'm about to read the Bible and tell you what Jordan is out the Bible that you got it from. Why would you be against that? That wouldn't make sense. You got the term Lucifer from the Bible, so let the Bible tell you what Lucifer actually is. You can't say, I got this term from the Bible, but I'm gonna make it my own definition. No, let the Bible tell you what Lucifer is. All right, go to Isaiah 14:1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
So this is the top of the chapter. This is the context. God is saying, look, I'm going to take the Israelites and put them in their own land, right?
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
So God is telling the Israelites, I'm going to put you on your own land, and the other people who are around you, you're going to possess them as servants, right, and handmaids. Keep reading.
Whose captives, Salakia, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So the Israelites are going to enslave the people who enslaved them. You with me so far? All right, keep reading.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
The Israelites, when they're in their own land, will rule over the people who've been oppressing them. Okay? Let's jump down to verse, start at 9.
Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet.
Go back up to the last verse. Whatever the next verse is.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
So God's going to give us rest because we're going to rule over our oppressors.
And from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against.
So when the Israelites are in their homeland, they're going to rule over the people that have been oppressing them and enslaving them. Then they say they're going to take up this proverb, right? I mean, this is saying once they rule over their oppressors, this is what they're going to say.
Against the king of Babylon.
Against who?
Against the king of Babylon.
King of Babylon. They're going to say this to the king of Babylon.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
So they're going to kind of make fun at them, mocking them. Look, how had the oppressor ceased? How had the oppressor stopped? Who took the oppressor from on top and brought him down low? How did this happen? Keep reading.
The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. Right. He who smote the people in the wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
Right, so they're saying, look, the man who was at top ruling and the guy who was oppressing us and beating us down, now he's at the bottom. You follow me? All right, let's keep going.
The whole earth is at rest.
So everybody's going to be at peace once this evil man, the king of Babylon, is no longer in rulership.
And it's quiet. They break forth into singing.
So people going to be singing once he's no longer in power, because he's an evil man, the king of Babylon.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, right. And the cedars of Lebanon sang, since thou art laid down, feller, and is come up against us. Right. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at the coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. Right. All they shall speak and say unto thee.
Hold on, listen to this, brother. It's important. You're almost there. Back here, Lucifer. Read verse 10.
Art thou?
So hold on. So what's the context of the chapter so far? What have you got from this chapter so far? Okay, well, we're going to try to catch you up, brother. But you say you got knowledge and your mind's on elite level. You got to pay attention. So the Lord is putting the Israelites back in their homeland. You understand that? You got that part? They were once oppressed. The people who oppressed them, they're now going to rule over them. Tables are going to turn. You understand that? The king of Babylon, who has been oppressing them, he's going to fall down low. He's not on top no more. You understand that? Now that he's at the bottom, this is what they're going to say to the king of Babylon. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
So look, the king of Babylon, who was once on top oppressing us, you're now weak like we used to be. Keep reading.
Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Right?
How
He's
art
down in dirt. Keep reading.
How art thou fallen from heaven?
So who fell from heaven? Who fell from heaven in this chapter? Not Satan. It hasn't talked about Satan or the devil not one time. The king of Babylon has fallen from a high estate. Fallen from heaven. Keep reading.
O Lucifer.
Oh, who?
O Lucifer.
So God, so the Israelites, and God just called the king of Babylon Lucifer. Keep reading.
Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground?
How are you down to the ground? Who fell down to the ground in this chapter? Not the devil. The king of Babylon fell down to the ground. They calling the king of Babylon Lucifer, not the devil. Why? Because what do Lucifer? Do you know what Lucifer means? What does it mean? Yes, the light bearer. So the Lucifer, the king of Babylon, he has the light. He at one point he was knowledgeable. At one point he had all the wisdom. He was the king. He was on top, oppressing the Israelites. He has fell down from the ground. So they said, and it says, all they shall speak and say unto them, art thou also become like us? You fell like us. You fell from heaven. This doesn't mean that God kicked Satan and he fell from heaven. We fell from heaven. Did you know that we fell from heaven before? Let me show you. Let me take you to Psalm 1. Well, that's not it. But the point is that the point is that Lucifer, you cannot open the Bible and show me that Lucifer is the devil. I just proved to you that Lucifer is the king of Babylon. All right, so you agree that Lucifer
is king of everything. God, that's God.
No, that's not. No, you're wrong. It's like you're so close, but yet you just stiff-necked. We just. Oh no, you've been done. We know you done.
I don't care.
Lucifer is the king of Babylon.
You gotta pray to God. You pray to Lucifer. My niggas. You pray. That's the king.
You and your niggas. You pray to Lucifer.
No,
you and your niggas pray to Lucifer.
I know.
You and your niggas pray to the king of Babylon. Y'all have made Esau a god. Y'all have made. Yeah, it's real shit for you. In your reality, that's real. Bring this up. You and your dead homies pray to Lucifer.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Oh, how hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger?
Get Jeremiah 4 and 10. So our people lack knowledge and they prideful. Give me Proverbs 6 and 16. It be a prideful man who knows nothing. That always trip me out, man. Just like earlier we seen the guy who was drugged out, cracked out, but he the main one who always taking people away from the word. Every time we come up and teach, and mainly the women, silly women laden with iniquity. We teach the sisters, this brother come around, say, hey, don't listen to them. And we just seen him cracked out, messed up. Look, it's like he 110 pounds. You understand? Right before camp. It's like, how you so prideful but lack everything, man, lack knowledge. And then this brother says, I get it, but I'm going to stick to my off understanding, regardless. Like, it's like just what it about? Yeah, his mind is on an elite level.
You got a hole in your sweatpants.
You got a hole in your sweatpants. And I hate to be that guy who kind of, brother, you're homeless, you're poor. But it's like, damn. But damn. If you was such this elite, knowledgeable, your mind's on a different level, come on, brother. Bring it out.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16.
Bring it out.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
Yeah, so God hates certain things. People think that God don't hate. It says there's 6 things God hates, read.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Right?
A proud look.
A proud man, a proud look. That's the first thing the Lord hates. Right? Let the scripture say pride cometh before a fall. You understand? And that's what happened. The brother has failed. He keeps still falling from heaven. He's gonna keep falling from heaven because he's so proudful. So full of pride and sin and iniquity. And don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. If we could have talked about any topic, I guarantee you would have been wrong. Any topic that we talk about in the Bible, he would have went off on. You understand? But he's so knowledgeable. They told us, I'm already knowledgeable. I'm so knowledgeable in the Bible. Brother, stop it, brother. How you doing, brother? You believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. What's your nationality?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican? Okay. Your father Puerto Rican?
Yes, sir.
All praise to you, Father. Right, your mother Puerto Rican?
Yes, sir.
All praise to you. Right, so we are to teach our people the truth of the Bible. You understand? The truth of the Most High God and His only begotten Son. You understand? And the truth of the Puerto Ricans. That's right. You understand? Because Puerto Rican is not a real national. What do Puerto Rican? What Puerto Rican?
Tell me.
Well, rich port. Right? It means rich port.
Rich port?
Yeah, rich port. A port of riches.
Okay.
You understand? In Puerto Rico, you had a lot of resources, a lot of gold, a lot of minerals, a lot of jewels. It was robbed by the Spaniards.
Yep.
They robbed them on boats. It was so much. It was rumored that there was so much gold taken from Puerto Rico that the ship literally sank, and they had to throw some gold overboard just so it won't sink. That's how much gold they was robbed from Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy.
You understand? So the Spaniards and the conquistadors conquered Puerto Rico, conquered the what are they? Taino Indians. You understand? Yep. Conquered them and taught them Spanish. Put them in. Of course, this is so-called African Americans, but the same thing with Puerto Ricans. Enslaved them, raped them, forced their language on them.
Like Spain.
Yeah, took them to Spain, and that's how you are now known as a Puerto Rican. You understand? But
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is not written in the Bible. These are the word Puerto Rican people. Where do we read about the Puerto Rican people at in the Bible? Because God created us all.
I don't think I've ever read anything about Puerto Rican people in the Bible.
Right? But they're in there.
They
Kind
are?
of like a code. They're not called Puerto Ricans.
What are they called?
They're the Israelites.
That's right.
Oh, the Israelites.
The Israelites.
Oh, okay. The one after Jacob, right?
Yeah. Jacob.
Okay.
Yep. Jacob had 12 sons.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Jacob had 12 sons. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, so forth and so on. And the Puerto Ricans
It's crazy. I just got done reading this, man. That was in Genesis.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I just got done reading
And
that too.
the Puerto Ricans come from more than likely the tribe of Ephraim. You understand?
Okay.
So this is one nation
Mm-hmm.
who has been split into two due to their sins, and now the Lord is bringing them back. But give me Ezekiel 37.
I got precept from Ephraim.
Come on, hold on. 37.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and verse 15.
Bring it out.
And it reads, "The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick,
So you got one stick, right? Read.
and write upon it for Judah."
Right, so one stick represents Judah. Now Judah, of course, is one tribe, but he also represents a kingdom. So Judah would be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Okay.
Right? The so-called southern kingdom. You understand that? Keep reading.
Con.
Which today would be your African Americans, your West Indians, Jamaicans, people like that, Haitians. These would be from the tribe of Judah. Right? Judah, Benjamin, or the kingdom of Judah. Keep reading.
And for the children of Israel,
And Israel, keep reading, which would be the others from Ephraim on down. Right? Judah is the head of the southern kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. Keep reading.
Con. Slakia. And for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph,
Joseph is Ephraim. Right? Keep reading.
the stick of Ephraim,
Yeah.
and for all the house of Israel.
Right? So stick of Ephraim and for all of his brothers. Right? Oh, yeah, his companions. Keep going now. Well, keep reading.
Con. Verse 17. And join them one to another.
So you're going to join them together. So right now, these people, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, are separate from Ephraim on down. They're not viewed as one nation. They're not viewed as one people. But the Lord is bringing them together. Keep reading.
Con. And they shall become one in thine hand.
Right?
Verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest? Con.
So the point is that the Lord is bringing Judah and Ephraim back to the fold. We was once one nation and we got separated due to our sin. The Lord divorced Ephraim on down, divorced the northern kingdom. And then eventually the Lord also divorced Judah. You understand? Because our people went into idolatry, worship another God. So the Lord has separated himself from us as a nation. You understand? That's why you see us in these conditions. That's why you see so-called Puerto Ricans on the west side of Cleveland in the condition they are. And the so-called African Americans and whoever, not just Cleveland, wherever you are in the world, we're at the bottom. The so-called blacks and Hispanics are always going through the same thing, not just in America, but in Puerto Rico, in Africa, all throughout the earth, we're in the same condition. Why? Because we have people who have been divorced from God. People that God has not done away with, but shunned. And now the Lord is also bringing them back. Like, look what oh yeah, precept.
Who was this on Puerto Rico?
Bring it out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Joseph is a fruitful bow,
So Joseph is fruitful, a lot of children, right? Read Ephraim. Give it.
even a fruitful bow by a well whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him.
Yeah, so it's going to the history about how they got, conquered.
And in Puerto Rico, it has a certain type of weather, and only certain fruits can grow in Puerto Rico throughout the whole world. The only land is Puerto Rico. And, the conquerors, they understood how fruitful that land was.
Yeah. That's why they decided to make that a land that they're allied. Because they have so many goods that they would just go back
Even
and
certain
forth.
animals can only live on that land because of how fruitful the land is and the weather. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our land,
Our houses to aliens.
our house is taken over, right? Because it's so-called Northern Kingdom, Hispanics, even Native Americans, Indians, all these people were native to the land, right? It has been now conquered and taken over by your oppressor, by your enemies, right?
We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water from money.
So now your water, your resource, like some of the fruit, things like that, it's yours. You was able to pick it, you was able to drink, do whatever you want on your own. Now you have to pay for what's rightfully yours, right?
Our wood is sold unto us.
Right, your wood, your own houses, like I said, you're going back again to your materials, your resources, right? Your buildings, it has not been sold to you.
Our necks are under persecution.
Your neck is under persecution.
We labor and have no rest.
Yeah, you already know Puerto Ricans labor. Labor have no rest.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread.
That's the Egyptians and the Assyrians were throughout the Bible known as Israel's main two oppressors, the biggest enemies. Right, you got the Assyrians who mainly, took over really all the tribes, and the Egyptians. So these are main oppressors throughout the Bible. So it's not necessarily literal. It's just saying like these are big oppressors. How they have taken over our land, taken over our resources, taken over, like persecutors, put their foot on our necks, etc. That's what you go to Deuteronomy 28.
In Israel, does it have a Z?
Zion? Oh, Zion?
No, the word Israel.
No, Israel don't got a Z. Like Israel.
So what's the path to salvation then?
But that's the question. You Matthew, but in Hebrew, Israel means Yahshua. But
I'm looking something else. I see Israel. R-A-E-L.
I don't know why that is. That's a misspelling. But listen to this, path to salvation. Well, first off, what is salvation? And who is it for?
Salvation?
Yeah, what would you say salvation is?
Salvation would be a better path. Like salvation, to be free, salvation, to live a better life, to be sovereign of natural law.
Okay, we're gonna show you something. First get Exodus 14 and 13 and get Luke 1 and 68. I'm gonna show you something.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 14.
I want this right.
Come on.
Luke 1 and 68.
Book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel. The God of Israel, he has redeemed his people.
And hath raised up an horn of salvation.
Your horn is your strength, your might. Our horn is Christ, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yahweh, his name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. So he's our horn of salvation.
For us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved.
That we gotta be saved, or we should be saved
from our enemies.
So salvation is being saved from your enemies.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
So you get salvation once you're saved. This 2 Samuel 13 and 13 and verse 11. Salvation is being saved from your enemies. Right? Let's read this.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 13. Bring it out. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which
so the salvation of the Lord. This is only in Exodus. They're receiving salvation.
Which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians.
The Egyptians, remember, the Egyptians had the Israelites in slavery. Right? When Moses said, let my people go. So he said, look, Which the Egyptians read.
Whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
Forever. So they got salvation once they were delivered from the hand of Pharaoh and the Egyptians. Moses split that Red Sea and they escaped up the middle. That was salvation. Salvation has always been the Israelites being delivered from their enemies. You understand that?
Yeah.
I think
Is that like the Holy Bible? Like is that your main book? That y'all read?
That's on my bus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
Like
this
the
the
King
only
James version?
but I appreciate y'all doing this, man.
No problem.
Yeah,
So-
God bless you guys, man.
So you asked, just a real quick response. You said, how do you get salvation? Salvation is only for the children of Israel, right? Which you are. We are Israelites.
Okay.
And how the path to salvation, of course, is through Jesus Christ. Like I said, with your name Yahweh Shah, you have to believe in Him, believe in the death, burial, resurrection, have faith, but also to show your faith by keeping God's commandments.
Right.
So we gotta keep. Christ always said to get. Let me show you one more scripture just to back up what I said. Matthew 19. Go to Revelation 22 and 14. Oh, this your bus right here?
Yeah.
All right, real quick.
I know. I let the other one go though. I like the talk.
You got a minute. She on break.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Bring it out. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life.
So if you want the kingdom of heaven, the tree of life, everlasting salvation, keep the commandments of God. He said, not just alone, you gotta have faith in all things too, but you got faith, you gotta believe in the Lord, you gotta be born again, right through the Spirit. And how do that? By keeping the commandments of God.
Y'all at a certain church?
We don't have a physical building, but we out here every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
At about 3 o'clock. If we're not over here, we're usually right across the street, but they kind of made that thing up, so we over here now.
And that's how I can look
Yeah, we got a YouTube channel in multiple different cities. That's like Cleveland, Detroit, Texas. We all over the place.
Scan that with your phone.
Yeah, I see all these QRs. Yeah, I'll scan these later.
Yeah,
Show, hey man, thank you guys, man. God bless y'all.
God bless you too, brother.
Y'all know?
No.
Y'all don't like that type stuff?
Yeah, because it's a fake book written by. Yeah, it's a fake book. Cool. King James didn't write no books.
Sure.
Positive. King James did not write books. He's a king, so he's giving credit. It's just similar to when Obama sends troops to what did he send troops to Iran or something like that, and who did Obama? Iraq.
King James.
Hold on, listen, bro. When Obama sent troops to Iraq to kill Bin Laden, they say Obama did it. Did Obama actually go there with a gun and shoot him? Oh, I'm not. Okay, cool. I'm not asking that. Obama is giving credit for killing Bin Laden. I'm asking, did he actually do it, or did he just send people to do it? Brother, it has everything to do with it. I'm showing you how things work in terms of governments and kings. Obama's giving. Let me say this. Obama's giving credit for killing Bin Laden, but he himself didn't do it. Trump, for example, is giving credit for, I don't know, they say Trump gave back to HBCUs. Yeah. Oh, they're building a wall. That's business. Yeah. Let's say he builds a wall. Is he going to actually build the wall? No, but he'll say, look, I built the wall. You know, he didn't do it. So back to King James, how this relates is that King James didn't actually write the Bible. King James had scholars that he had brought together, and they translated the Bible from Hebrew to English. Yes, authorized. It literally says authorized by King James. So he didn't write anything. He had scholars in place to translate the Bible from Hebrew and Greek.
So I like the stuff you're doing. But your research, and I bet 2 other books that you found out that he wrote, I just want to know.
I already said he didn't write no book. I didn't find out that he ever wrote a book. He brought scholars together. He's giving credit for writing, but that don't mean he actually put pen to paper. And none of these scholars even wrote the Bible either. They translated. The Bible was translated by scholars.
65 different people.
No, actually it's more than that. But listen. King James brought scholars together to translate the Bible from Hebrew and Greek.
Why they call King James King James?
Because he's the king of Scotland. I think Scotland. King during the time of the Dark Ages. He's the king of Scotland. you have many so-called black people that are kings over
Bro.
so-called European countries.
No
He's a
disrespect.
king over Scotland.
Bro, no disrespect. Do your research on that man.
Okay.
I advise y'all
Why
to
was
do-
he called a king? Who was he king over?
Well, I'm going to just say this.
Are you gonna answer the question first before you say it?
That part really ain't that important for what I'm about to say.
Tell me the research. Have you done research?
Yes.
Okay, all praises. So I'm asking you a question about the research. Cause I just gave you my research
All right,
that I've done. and
well,
you
I know he
assuming
was
disagree.
a king of something, and I remember he didn't spare his mama. And I know 2 other books that he's written. That you can find.
What books did he write? What books did he
Oh,
write?
he wrote one of them is called How to Make Witchcraft,
Okay.
and hold on, the other one is Demonology.
Okay, who King James was really doesn't matter to me. Whether he was a good man or an evil man, it's irrelevant. Because the Bible the Bible existed way before King James.
Why y'all don't want to study the scriptures that's gone out of it?
Like what? Because the book of Enoch, we already told you, it's a pseudo. The book of Enoch tells you it's a pseudo. And it doesn't align with the Bible. And books have been taken out the Bible that we study, like, such as the Apocrypha, the book of Maccabees, the book of Ecclesiasticus. We study those books. Ecclesiasticus is not in your typical Bible, but we study it. But the book of Enoch,
What's the manuscript from Enoch? What manuscript do they translate?
That's a good question.
Just read the book of Enoch.
Hold on. Just answer the brother
I
question.
don't know that.
So why you say nothing about
Read
a
the
Bible?
book of Enoch, bro.
Wait, why you
y'all
telling-
can beam up.
How you gonna tell us to beam up? You haven't beamed up.
I know.
Have you read the book of Enoch?
I know this. I know I'm super woke.
Okay, you super woke. Have you,
Yes.
while being woke, have you woke up to the book of Enoch and read it? Have you actually read the
I
entire
know
book?
this from the research.
You're not
the
answering no
deep-
questions, brother.
I'm about to answer your question, bro.
We got first period. Have you read the book of Enoch?
Bro, let's just put it like this, bro. I am a little bit beyond just religion.
We're not talking about religion. You
I
brought
am
up,
like on.
who cares about religion? Have you read the book of
It's not
Enoch?
about
Is
religion.
it yes or no, brother?
Have you
Did
read the
read
book
it?
of Enoch? Yes or
Tell us to
no?
read something.
No?
No.
So how you know if we read it, we'll beam up? If you ain't read it.
That's like telling
I
somebody
do
to do
my
crack
research
and
on
you
the
ain't
annual. I do my research on the annual. You know them?
Brother, you just said that.
Because I just told you, I do my research on the annual. And whatever they said or say, I haven't found out that it's a lie. You know
haven't-
the annual?
You haven't even
That's what you
experienced it
is.
for yourself.
You know what you is, bro?
I'm an Israelite, brother.
You part human, part
No, I'm not.
Anunnaki.
No, I'm not.
You
No, I'm
part
not.
human, part Anunnaki.
bro.
Prove it.
No, bro.
Prove it. I can. Prove it.
Just do
Just
it.
do your deep research, y'all, and y'all will find out.
We got
that you
prove
are.
it first.
Do your
That's
deep
why-
research,
that's
y'all.
why
You can't
it's
even prove what you're talking about. I'm telling you, I can type it all up.
You super woke and bugged out.
Look, I'm telling y'all, bro.
You too woke. You need a rest.
I respect everything y'all doing because I'm really into this.
You're not. You haven't even read the book of Enoch. How you into it?
I got a question.
But that person, man.
I got a question. Since you brought up King James, you said he wrote demonology book, right?
Yeah.
It's demons in the Bible, right?
That Bible is.
It's demons in the Bible, right?
Bring this
Man,
out.
look,
Bring
that
it out.
Bible
First
is-
Thessalonians
I
chapter
wouldn't
5
even-
and
for real, bro,
21.
to be
Listen to
honest.
the Bible. Listen to the Bible.
Prove all things.
What the Bible say?
Prove all
What
things.
the Bible say?
Prove all
He
things.
hasn't proved the book of Enoch that he never read it, but he's suggesting it to us and saying we'll be beamed up. If you didn't read it, you're not gonna be beamed up.
I
And
know
you talking
because I
about
don't live a righteous life. I smoke weed. I do a little bit of everything. So
what's everything?
But I'm saying,
I want to know what's the everything. Go into detail.
What is that?
The weed and the everything. What's the everything? What's the everything?
that dude King James is a fraud, man.
You wait. You're
And I
being
used
a.
to fuck with him.
Is he white or
No
black?
disrespect.
So-called black.
You know
I
what's,
used to mess with
you
him.
know
right,
what's
y'all?
funny though?
That's who I found
You
out
know
the
what's
truth about
hypocritical of you right now? Is that you're trying to be like the moral police with King James,
No,
as
I'm
if
not.
you're like this moral person. You believe in demonology. You got demons on you right now. You
Right.
talking about I don't live a righteous life, but King James.
Yeah.
Why you got
A
such
lot
a
of
high
us actually
standard on King
worship-
James more than you got yourself?
Because I don't like everything that we was taught, y'all, is a lie. I don't like that. So when I start doing
Yeah,
my
like the book of Enoch.
Right.
the book of Enoch,
Yeah, it's full of lies.
That you never
You don't
read.
even know the manuscript is translated.
Book of Enoch that you've never read.
when
And you don't know
you
nothing about the manuscript.
When you know, you know. And this
You
one
just
thing
know?
I know. And this one thing I know about being woke.
You ain't woke, you ain't read. How you woke but don't read?
Right. Can I just say this? This one thing I know about being woke. You do a little bit of research about other shit.
So you just look at a book and say, that one's true.
No.
Because that's what you're doing.
No.
That's what you did with the book of Enoch. You just looked at it and said it was true.
What I'm saying, unless you do research about one thing, y'all,
Brother,
find out some true shit.
We already
like,
did research, brother.
like some real, all true shit. You don't really got to do research about a lot of other shit.
Yeah, and we already know. Cause we research this Bible, so we ain't gotta do research on what you talking
Right.
about.
You're not even researching what you telling us to research. You're
Right.
not even researching what you telling us to
Acts
research.
17:11.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse number 11.
Bring it out.
These were more noble than those in Thessalonica.
Yeah, so we're more noble than a lot of these men. We're more noble, more kingly, more righteous, right? More have a greater understanding
Right.
than 2/3 of our people. Keep
Right.
reading.
In that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
So we receive the word with readiness of mind. We actually receiving the words of God. We're actually doing the research. Keep reading.
And search the scriptures daily.
And do what?
And search the scriptures
So
daily.
we actually do research and actually know what we're talking about, not just some man talking outside of his neck to read a book that he haven't read. We need to read the book to get beamed up, but he ain't read the book and he not beamed up, and he said he unrighteous. Right, so we have to
unrighteous reading a book that
he's
been
unrighteous and woke.
But you reading a book that
and he
been
do weed
written
and
by
other
65
stuff.
different
He do
people?
weed and everything.
But you reading a book that been rewritten by 65 different.
You don't even know. You can't prove
More
it.
than
Prove
that.
it. Prove it.
Prove
Prove it.
that.
Prove it. Yeah, prove it.
You
Don't-
know it's true.
No, I don't. Prove it. Prove it.
Yes, you do.
Prove it. That's a damn shame.
Follow Billy Carson.
Brother, you need to sober up,
That-
get
that's
your
the
mind
problem
right.
right there.
Yeah, you smoking weed. You
Problem.
already say you're doing all this weed smoking.
smoking
Your
weed
your
and
mind is
everything.
But you know
everywhere.
you
It's
can
going
take a
everywhere,
test
brother.
being a genius,
You know.
genius, bro.
Okay, and madness probably.
I'm just
We
being
gonna
genius
Jeremiah
on what?
we gonna show you what you're a genius at. Like they oughta said. Like they oughta said that Matt. Jeremiah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm really into what.
It's the book of
like,
Jeremiah.
You watch YouTube videos, but you're not into nothing.
It's the
Bring it
book
up.
of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
For my people is
You
foolish.
can't
They
prove
have not,
nothing you saying.
All
Bring it
I'm
up.
saying is
they have not known me.
Wait, read it from the top.
For my people is foolish.
For my what?
For my people is foolish. For my people is foolish. For my people is foolish. They have not known me.
They have what?
They have not
known
known
They
me.
don't know God. Read.
Who is the real Yahweh?
They are Sodist
God,
children.
right?
They are what?
They are Sodist
They are
children.
what?
They are Sodist children.
Wait, what does Sodist mean? Genius.
Yahweh gives the real God, right?
Genius, what does Sodist mean?
What?
Sodist, what does that mean?
I don't gotta know what everything means, bro.
See that? That's a genius for
Well,
you.
guess what,
Read it
though?
from the top.
Who is Yahweh?
That's
For
the
my
modern day
people,
version of
Yahweh.
genius.
For my
Billy
people
Carson
is
ain't teaching
foolish.
what
Who
Sodist
is Yahweh?
For what?
Who is
For my
Yahweh?
people is foolish.
Who is
They have
Yahweh
not
now?
known me. They are Sodist children.
Right.
Who is Yahweh
And they
now?
have none understanding.
They what?
They have none
I
understanding.
bet you
God's name
I
is
bet
not
you
Yahweh.
anything.
God's name is not Yahweh.
So who is Yahweh?
I just told you the name.
Who
not
is
what?
Yahweh though? I'm asking you, who is Yahweh?
Yahweh is nobody. It's a
Nobody?
Yeah, because Yahweh is not
Good
real.
answer. I can take you to school.
What's God's name?
What's God's name?
Yeah.
What Jesus mean?
See that?
See what?
Oh,
What Jesus mean?
I already know
when you
what
say
Jesus mean.
Jesus, what do you say?
Well, his name not Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah? That sounds similar to Yahweh, don't it?
No, his name is Yahweh. God named Yahweh. His son is Yahweh.
So do
Shah.
Yahweh have anything to do with Yahweh?
No, Yahweh is a misinterpretation. His root name is Yahweh. His son name Yahweh Shah. Give Matthew 1:21. It means he saves or he
Man, I
delivers.
can take you to school.
I just
man.
told
Be
you what his
careful
name
about
meant.
that book, man.
I just told you what his
Be
name
careful
meant.
about that book, bro. And I'm drunk. Who?
You said you a crackhead.
Man, who?
You said that.
Hold on. I said what?
You said you do weed and everything else.
No, bro. I
You did, yes you
You
did.
said I just smoke weed and
Yeah, I
everything.
do everything. Yes you did,
I
man.
just smoke bud, bro. And y'all don't even
What do
listen.
and
Right? I
everything
just
mean?
say I do everything else.
What did he say?
That's how I know y'all don't listen.
What did he say?
I said I do weed and probably a little bit of everything else.
Look bit everything else that you say. What
Did I say that I do
Come
it
on,
though?
man. Keep it real, bro. Come
Bro,
on,
I
keep it
smoke
real,
weed,
man.
bro.
Come on.
All right, brother. We not calling you a
Hey,
crackhead.
for real, for
But
real,
you got
bro.
first
You would
weed.
love for me to be right there in that group for real, bro.
Absolutely. With the true understanding.
I like that shit. y'all
With the
listen.
true understanding.
Man,
though.
be careful about that Holy Bible.
Man, stop it, man. Go read this out.
I bet you.
Read this out.
Okay, guess what? Y'all ain't old yet.
Wow.
By the time y'all die, y'all gonna find out the truth about that thing.
Give me Psalms.
You
Give
don't
me
even know.
Psalms
I know
119.
this. Rewritten by 65 different
Give me Psalm
people.
119.
Prove it. And
I
guess
think
what?
it's 99.
The 12 disciples was drunk
Are
ass
you
illiterate
old?
men.
Are you old?
Do you want me to keep going?
Prove that.
Do you want me to keep
Prove
going?
what you're
Moses
saying.
was
We got
a
Psalm
traitor.
119
Moses
like
traded on his peoples.
Oh.
Do you want me to keep
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
book of
that's
Psalms,
crazy.
chapter 119 and verse 99.
Bring it out.
I have more understanding than all my teachers.
Right, so we're not old yet. But we have more
Let's learn.
understanding than
Let's
all our
learn.
teachers, read.
For thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand understand more than the ancients.
I do what?
I understand more than the
A
ancients.
lot of these ancient men don't understand it. You got old fools out here.
Yeah.
Now everybody act like there's no such thing as an old fool. And if they do accept that such thing as old fool, it's everybody but them. All these quote unquote woke jakes, they are old fools, man.
Yeah.
They don't. They're just seeking for some type of truth. Really gotta feel bad for them.
That's why he said he knew he liked what we talking about. He know.
And a lot of times these people, like you say, like the scriptures say, always learning whenever coming to the truth. They kind of just always seeking and learning stuff, but always missing a mark.
Professing themselves to know something.
Yeah, read that from the top again.
I have more understanding than all my teachers, for the testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the
That
ancients.
don't matter, brother.
Because I keep thy precepts.
Because what?
Because I keep thy precepts.
Because we keep the word of the Lord, we have more understanding than a Billy Carson viewer. We have more understanding.
I'm a messenger. And
We have more understanding than a Billy Carson fan.
It's originally the Anunnaki. My fault, I apologize. A lot of people say Anunnaki.
Brother,
Which
what
they
are
do
you-
say it now, Anunnaki.
We don't care, brother. We don't
I
care.
know you don't care.
We have more understanding than a
care
Billy
about that,
Carson
bro.
watcher
Bro, you
or
care
fan.
about that. Boy, you know who wrote that for real?
Who wrote it? Who wrote it?
His cousin. His cousin right there that's crossing the street.
Oh, you said, what did you
His
say,
cousin.
Anunnaki?
Anunnaki.
Can you spell it?
Yes, the fuck I can.
Go ahead.
Spell it.
Spell it. Spell it.
Anunnaki.
What for? What for? You a
pen.
genius.
Every rubber pen.
No, just spell it, brother.
They spell it in like different ways too. I swear to God.
Spell it in one. Spell it in English.
3, 2, 1, go.
A-N-N-U. Hold on.
Take your time.
A-N-N.
See, that's something
Hold
Billy
on.
Carson don't teach you.
Not even
That's
pen,
something
not
Billy
even pen.
Carson don't teach you.
I can spell, bro.
We not saying you can't spell.
I can spell, bro.
We know you can, but
But
can you
what
spell
that's gonna do
Anunnaki?
though? What that's gonna do?
We just showing you, brother.
What is that gonna do though?
We just showing you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking
You
about.
haven't proved anything.
Gotta prove
You
it.
didn't answer none of our questions, and you can't even spell Anunnaki.
This how you know I'm right, cause y'all mad.
We're not mad,
Don't
bro.
No,
forget, he didn't read the
you
book.
upset,
He-
bro.
Oh, and you don't know, and you never read the book
He tell us
either.
to read it, and he wants
Everything
to.
that you
And get
said,
beamed
you
up.
haven't proved anything, brother.
Yeah, not the Bible. You haven't read anything.
Have you ever read the Bible?
I don't like that thing, bro.
Okay.
read
Oh,
it?
that's it.
About
There it is.
what research have you done?
And I don't like that they put whatever truth that they want to put in there and take out whatever they want.
What are they taking out, brother?
Our powers, bro. Do you want me to keep going? Yes, our powers.
What
Do you want me
power?
to keep
Like
going?
what, for example?
Oh,
What's the power that we had that got taken out the Bible?
okay. I'm gonna put your mind into imagination.
Just tell me the
I'm
exact
about to
power that
answer
they
your
took.
question, bro.
Go ahead.
Any fucking superhero movie you see, pick one. Pick one.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Stop acting like
What
you,
did they take
bro.
out the
Stop
Bible?
acting like you slow. You ain't slow, bro.
What did they take
you
out
ain't
the Bible?
understanding, bro.
I'm asking a
Stop
simple
acting like
question.
you
Answer.
Huh?
We got First Peter 3.
Whatever superhuman movie
What the Bible actually talks
you
about
see,
stuff like that.
that's what the fuck we had,
The Bible actually says that.
huh?
The Bible actually teaches that we're gonna have I want to say
No,
powers.
no.
but
I'm
super
talking
strength
about.
and-
I'm talking about give you the remedy to really have you do those. Yes,
Man, bring
that's
this
the
out.
remedy of how to do those.
First Peter
powers,
chapter
bro.
3 and verse
They took
15.
Bring it out.
Let's
I don't like
sanctify
that.
the Lord.
Okay. Tell us one of the remedies that they took it out. What did it say? And it's no
Bro,
longer
just do your research, bro.
What's the remedy for Spider-Man?
It's a remedy for
How do I
Spider-Man.
become Spider-Man?
Listen, bro.
You said
I'm gonna tell
everyone.
you this much. They took what we really need to know out of that Bible.
Okay,
And
what's
I
something that we
don't
really
like this.
what's something that we really need to know they got taken out?
Just one thing.
Our abilities of our powers, bro.
Okay,
Our third eye, our crystal.
bring it some.
There
It's
you
the
are.
book of First Peter, chapter 3, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts and be ready always to give answers. To give an
Can you
answer.
prove that they took out the part out the Bible, the third eye thing? Can you prove that?
Can I prove it? If I go to my research, yeah. I can, bro.
Can you do it? Can you do that? You got a phone?
Yeah, I got a phone.
Oh, can you put your research up?
I can't go to that right now, bro.
We know.
But
Bring it out.
I know it's true, though.
You don't got no service?
I know
But
it's
to
no.
sanctify the Lord
No,
God in your hearts
no, I don't,
and be
though.
ready
You're
always
actually right.
to give an answer to
Be ready
every.
what?
Be ready always to give an
You gotta
answer
be ready to give an answer, brother. We're not gonna believe anything you just said. You can come up to us. You gotta prove
Understand.
things. Why you bring it up?
Respect.
to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you, Salakia, that is in you,
You got some
with
service on your
meekness
phone?
and fear.
Mr. Brown James?
So when you say So when you say that these, whatever you're saying, you gotta prove. You don't prove it. You just
So
talk
you
out
don't
your
believe
neck.
that we have the third album? You got scripture?
I'm asking you gotta
I'm
prove
just
it.
asking you a question. Do you believe?
What's the third eye?
Crystal.
A crystal?
Yes.
Do I believe I had a crystal and it got taken from me? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Or from your ancestors. Or from somebody.
This is about the Holy Bible.
Do you believe it,
Do
bro?
you believe in the Bible? All praise the Most High. Oh, I've seen that necklace before. Yeah, somewhere online. I forgot where I seen it at. But
I picked this up recently.
okay, all praise. Yeah, so you say you believe in the Bible? Yeah, we already teaching the truth of the Bible. Right? You believe in God and Jesus Christ? Okay, all praise the Most High God. Now we are to teach our people that we are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's what we are here. That's what this is about. Not only are we true biblical Israelites, but what we must do to receive the kingdom of heaven. Okay, all praise the Most High. You ever heard that you're an Israelite?
Yeah.
Okay, all praise. Let me show you something. You familiar with Moses? I saw you familiar with Moses.
Yeah.
Okay, what did Moses do? What's something that he's famous for? Famous for doing? We heard of Moses freeing the Israelites out of slavery.
Well, yeah.
He, splitting the Red Sea.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay.
I was just saying, I thought you were looking for something specific.
No, it's okay. So after he did that, after they were freed from slavery, he told them this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Get out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So Moses is warning the Israelites, if they don't hearken, mean listen to God. Read.
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
So if the Israelites didn't listen to God and keep his commandments, Moses is telling them that this is going to happen.
that all these curses
They will be cursed. Read.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So they will be cursed for their disobedience. You understand that? Read verse 46.
Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee
The curse is going to be on the Israelites. Read.
for a sign.
For a sign. So these curses are going to help us identify who the Israelites are today. Once we read these curses, I want you to tell me, who do they fit? What race of people is it talking about? Who is the people that Moses freed, or that God freed from Egypt and walked through that Red Sea with? You understand me?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I'll praise you. We're going to read one for you. Read out for you.
Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger
So we hungry, we got to serve, the Israelites have to serve their enemies for food.
and in thirst.
When they're thirsty, they got to serve their enemies for water or drink or whatever, a beverage.
And in nakedness,
The clothes on their back.
and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So we are people who are dependent and who had a yoke of iron around our necks. We're a people who was enslaved and was brought down so low that we became a dependent people who have to depend on our enemies for food, for water, for clothing, and a want of all things. You understand that? Read verse 68.
Verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, did they ever go back into Egypt after God freed them from slavery? No. So, yeah, so they're saying you have to go to Egypt again. We know that never happened because Egypt is not literal in this context. Egypt means bondage or slavery, captivity. We're going to prove that. Right, bring it up.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, and verse number 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually
Not literal, but spiritually.
is called Sodom and Egypt.
So this place is a spiritual Egypt. The same condition that the ancient Israelites were in as slaves. In ancient Egypt, the modern Israelites, right, the Israelites today are in the same condition, but not in Egypt no more, but now in a spiritual Egypt, a new Egypt, right, which America, right? So go back to Deuteronomy 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
So bondage again, slavery again.
with ships.
We are people who had yoke of iron around our necks, and we are people who went to slavery on ships.
I'm aware.
Okay, keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more
And
again.
we're a people that haven't seen our homeland again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold
And we were sold. Who were we sold to? Whites.
unto your enemies.
God said we'll be sold to our enemies.
Yeah, well, one thing I'll say about that is that African Americans also sold other African Americans
Well, there'd be Africans. You saying Africans sold Africans?
So Egypt also sold other Egyptians.
Okay, well listen.
Israelites also sold other Israelites.
Yeah, that's true. But the point I'm speaking of is on this context in Deuteronomy 28. It's talking about a nation of people being taken and sold into slavery. And we have to understand that in Africa, you have many different countries, you have many different cultures, many different people in Africa. Everybody is not one in Africa. You understand that?
It's like that here.
Yeah, so just because you're from Africa. So anyway, the Egyptians or the Africans are in the Bible, they're Hamites. Hamites and Israelites come from the same ancestor, but they have different lineages and they're different nations of people. So you had Hamites selling Israelites to Edomites. That's what happened in the transatlantic slave trade. So the God said we'll be sold. And then the other thing is, even if you want to believe the whole we're all Africans, that still wouldn't work because it said you'll be sold to your enemies. Not that your enemies will sell you. Who will we sold to? We were sold to the Edomites. You understand? So-called white people. So those would be our enemies. You understand that? But my point is to show you that. But my point is to show you black history in the Bible.
Hold on
So-called.
a minute. What's wrong?
You think that they told a little bit about history?
Yeah, okay. My
In what
bad.
sense?
I'll call you back in a few minutes. I want to see what this is about.
They took a lot of us from here.
All right.
To this country.
All right,
So,
sorry.
from America?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, we finally agree on something. I believe some of us already.
They brought us here to Native Americans to Spain, Rome, and
Yeah. We believe that. Okay, so going back to what we're talking about. We're showing so-called black history in the Bible, but this is not talking about black people. This is talking about the Israelites. And that's what we are. We're the Israelites. So-called black people or African Americans are not really black. They're not because they were brown. Your build is black, my hoodie is black. None of us are actually the color of his vest. You understand that?
Yeah, Israelites, they were brown skinned. They weren't European or Scandinavian. They didn't have that. They had that Middle Eastern, sort of
well, that's another
Southern
thing.
Caribbean sort of.
That's another thing with the term Middle Eastern is that Middle East is not a nationality. That's a location.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people that would live there in that environment.
Well, the people who live there today are not the same people who lived there 5,000 years ago. You understand? The so-called Middle East, Iraq, was once taken over by Ethiopians. Right? When you go to King, what was that, Genesis 10? Go read Genesis 10. So you had so-called Ethiopians at one point who took over, who was ruling over Iraq. You understand? So, who ruling over Iraq. So just because somebody is Middle Eastern, that don't necessarily, it's not people like saying America. What color is Americans? You know what I'm saying?
An oppressed people is an oppressed people.
Right. So the point is that we are the Israelites. You understand
Metaphorically,
that?
right?
Huh?
Metaphorically, right?
No, literally. We're literally come from the same. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 2. We literally come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like same bloodline. Like if we were to go in a time machine 2,000 years ago, we'll be amongst the Israelites and we'll be one of them. They would embrace us as their brothers. We would not call ourselves African Americans. We would say, I'm an Israelite indeed from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, etc., etc. Bring this up.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
And we're all
My
baptized.
bad, verse 1.
Verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant.
So we don't want our brethren ignorant. We don't want them without knowledge, to be unaware.
How that all our fathers,
Our forefathers, you and I, our forefathers go further back than Martin Luther King or, Sojourner Truth or Malcolm X or Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? It go way back further than that. Our ancestors go all the way back to Moses, go all the way back to Abraham, go all the way back to Noah, go all the way back to Adam. You know what I'm saying? Literally, not figuratively, not spiritually. We are the literal Israelites. Right? Read from top.
One more thing.
Let me finish this verse real quick. Let me know that's your question.
moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
So Paul have to teach the Israelites because they're unaware of their history. He had to put them on and say, I don't want y'all to be ignorant of this. Our forefathers, they walked through that Red Sea with Moses. And that's the same thing we're teaching you, brother. That we're not Corinthians, we're not Greeks, we're not Romans,
That's right.
We're not even Americans. We're citizens of America. But that, as a nationality, that's not who we are. We are the Israelites. Our forefathers walked through that Red Sea, seen that water rise up beside of us. Our parents, or we had children at the time, carried our children on our backs, and we raced away from the Egyptians.
That's right.
That's our history.
So I'm looking at like the time. Is this basically the time period of civilization at that time?
What are you talking about?
Or is it like the books of the Bible here? Are these actual places?
That would be sons.
What are you talking about? Like Judah, Benjamin, Levi?
Yeah.
Oh no, these are the 12 tribes. These are Jacob had 12 sons. These are the name of their sons, and through each child came a nation.
Okay. So we're Judah.
Yeah. So it came a tribe, I should say. Well, we would describe it to say each tribe was a nation.
That's something
But,
my mother mentioned.
well, is your mother is Jamaican or from West Indians? Is her father also from West Indies? What's her father? African American? Well, she would be Judah. Give numbers.
It's the book
Because
of...
according to the Bible, you are who your father is.
Oh.
Yeah, so if your mother is Puerto Rican, for example, and your father is Haitian, then you're Haitian. In America, they may say, look, you're mixed, I'm Puerto Rican and Haitian, but no, you are who your father is. If your father's white and your mother's black, you're white. That's how that goes. Bring it up.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1.
Because a man carried the seed. You was your father's first. He planted that seed in you. Whatever seed he planted, that's what's gonna grow. No matter the dirt, no matter the soil, it's planted.
All right, you know that's true because during slavery, if you had just a hint of black in you, you was considered black. But they did that because they were raping our foremothers and, having kids.
Okay.
And they were ashamed.
All right, bring this up.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Read it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So it's all based off the house of your father. Right? So whoever your father is, that's who you are. You understand that? So, in terms of your nationality. So, like I said, is your father African American? Okay.
Even if
Go ahead.
like the black side of your family, the rags, black side, like on the like the look of you.
Yeah, the looks don't matter. You can be, you know who Blake Griffin is?
Yeah.
The basketball player?
Yeah.
His father is Haitian and his mother is white. You can tell he's kind of mixed, like a mixed version. But he also got with a white woman and they had a child, and his child looks completely white. He got big.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
I believe you go. Maybe having like green eyes and shit, blue eyes and shit. Yeah.
So this is Blake Griffin's son. You see him? He's like a straight white kid.
Right.
So, but he's an Israelite because his father is Haitian, and his grandfather is Haitian, and his father is Haitian. So that's Haitian. Like, he had blonde hair and blue eyes, and he made like a white guy.
Blake Griffin's dad.
So it's all about your father. It's not about the look. You can be black as Wesley Snipes, or you can be white as whoever. I don't know, Jim Carrey. Yeah, it's not about that. It's about your father's lineage. Yeah. So, like I said, if your father's white, but you look like you be black, it don't matter. You white. That's that's the nation you come from. So that's how that works. I forgot what we were talking about before that. But yeah, so give me drawing 10 and 12. Kind of went off something else.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse number 12.
Get out.
And now, Israel.
So we're Israel. We're the Israelites. So now Israel.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So we have requirements. God has requirements for us. Right? Just like you apply for a job, they may have requirements. It may say, look, you gotta pass a drug test. It may say you gotta, work, Monday through Friday. It may say you gotta, do 14-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? And you don't meet those requirements. It may say, look, you need some work history. Whatever they may say, you need a degree. If you don't meet those requirements, you won't get that job. If you don't meet God's requirements, you will not get the kingdom of heaven. So these requirements are serious, a big deal. And we have to be qualified. It's like the job, you have to be qualified. And if you don't meet the requirements, you need to go back and be required so you can get the job you do. Like read from the top.
Con. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy
So
God.
we gotta fear God. You know what I'm saying? We have to make sure we're walking carefully, make sure we're walking uprightly. We're having righteous lives so we can understand if I go off, my Father, which is in heaven, he'll punish me. You understand?
I get where you're coming from. I got a friend who's an atheist. I mean, you know, he was trying to make religious jokes. You know, I don't want to deal with also what comes after. If I, you know, I play on.
Sometimes you gotta cut them people off, brother.
I mean, that's what it is. But, you know,
Yeah, because you Psalms 1:1. Let me show you something. Sometimes, you know, scriptures say bad company
I
destroys
wouldn't say
good.
he's bad company.
Well, if you don't believe in God, he's kind of bad. Let me be honest with you. I couldn't be friends with an atheist. No, I couldn't do it. Because everything, because we don't align morally, we're not equally yoked.
I wouldn't say our morals are more or less whatever, but spiritually, he a different story. You know.
Yeah. Well, to me, I would want friends, if I'm a God-fearing man, I would want friends I can talk about the scriptures with. I would want friends I can break bread with. I would want friends that I can go, you know, go praise God with. That's the type of friends I would want. I would want friends that I can, you know, break bread with, talk scriptures with. I can send them messages.
Basically, be friends and be spiritual and be, you know, Christian life.
Yeah, I mean, I would want friends who I can, like that, align with. But listen to this.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1 and verse number 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Right, so he's not amongst the sinners, right?
But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
So you don't want to be amongst people who may be sinful or, you know, who not in agreement with you. I want to be friends with brothers I can do the Sabbath day with. I want to be friends with brothers I can do Passover with and New Moon. I want us to go to camp together. I want us to travel to different cities and preach the word. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of friend I want. You know what I'm saying? When you a child, you may just want, you said what? Israelites are not Muslims or Christians. They're a people. They're a race, a nation of people. But when you're a child, you probably just want to be friends with whoever got a basketball, right? Whoever want to hoop whoever's trying to hoop today, that's your friend, right? Whoever, you know, like the same girl you like, that's your friend. You know, yeah. Whoever like got.
Sounds more like an associate.
Well, I'm talking when you're a child. Hold on, brother. Let me get the I got you. But when you're a child, you will be friends with whoever. You will be friends with somebody who like cake. You like cake, I like cake. Let's go play. When you come an adult, you gotta have, as I'm sure you know, you like, look, anybody can't be my friend. You got higher standards. It's just like dating a girl. When you're 13, any girl that's cute with long hair, you with it. But now when you 30, when you 40, being cute ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? You want to cute, do you pray? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna submit? You know what I'm saying? Different things. So when you're older, you gotta realize, look, me and you, we may be cool, but I gotta have higher standards about who can be my friends. You understand? And if you're an atheist, you said they couldn't be my friends.
Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 20 and verse 34. You know. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat. Verse 31. And Jehoshaphat reigned over Judah.
Jehoshaphat was a king. He was an Israelite king at the time.
He was 30 and 5 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned 20 and 5 years in Jerusalem.
He reigned for a long time.
And his mother name was Azubah.
Oh, you can get one of these. You go on Etsy, you go on Amazon, eBay, you just type in fringes.
And his mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilhi. And he walked in the way of Asa, his father, and departed not from it.
So Asa was a king, his father Asa was a righteous king, and they had Jehoshaphat, who also was a righteous king.
Doing that which was right in the sight of the Lord. Howbeit the high places were not taken away, for as yet the people had not prepared their hearts unto the God of their fathers. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of Jehu, the son of Hanani, who was mentioned in the book of the kings of Israel. And after this, did Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, join himself with Uzziah, king.
So the king, this righteous king, joined himself. They became friends. He joined himself
with Uzziah, king of Israel,
right,
who did very wickedly.
And he joined himself with a wicked king. So you got a righteous king that joined himself with a wicked king. Keep reading.
And he joined himself with him to make ships to go to Tarshish.
So they planning to go to Tarshish. They building ships together. They doing their thing. Read.
And they made the ships in Ezon Gabir. And then Eleazar, the son of Dodavah of Marsha, prophesied against Jehoshaphat, saying.
So the prophet prophesied against Jehoshaphat because he was friends with an evil king.
Saying, because thou hast joined thyself with Uzziah, the Lord hath broken thy works.
He broken thy works. So what they was trying to build couldn't succeed. They was trying to build ships. They was trying to travel. It never succeeded. Why? Because God made sure. God took it from them. So he building, they wonder, why can't we do this? Why can't we succeed? Why can't we do this? The Lord is destroying his works. The Lord can destroy your works physically.
I had it happen to me.
See that? The Lord can
time
destroy.
ago. When I was a kid, my friends had PSPs on it, and we took it to church. While we were playing games in church. I'm sitting up there, and we were playing the game during the sermon. All of a sudden, the back of his PSPs would just start falling apart.
See that?
And I was like, what happened? What happened? He was like, well, I don't know what happened, man. I'm like, your stuff broke. And he ain't think it was a big deal, but me, I knew something fishy was up. Somebody did something, and ever since that day, I stopped taking. When I was a kid back then, I just stopped. It was like trauma. Trauma. That's
PSP, bro. Right. But that can be also spiritual too. Like your works can be the commandments. Yeah. You living a righteous life. You trying to thrive in your walk with the Lord, and you can't do it. It seems like every time you try to get with the Lord, you keep falling short because you have attached yourself to the wrong people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Being cool with an atheist, that'll break down your works.
Yeah, but to sum it up, I just stopped bringing stuff to church. If it wasn't a Bible, I didn't bring it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
See that? So say there is no God. Lord said that's a fool who do abominable works. Who are corrupt.
Like a blasphemer or a false prophet.
Well, right. It could be.
All the above.
Could be. So, but if you don't believe in God and you're an atheist, you can repent. You can always return. You understand?
Yeah.
But I mean, you deal with him more than I do. I'll have to ask you, like, is he hearkening? Does he seem like, or is he like, no, it's BS? I don't believe.
To him, it's more along the lines of he wants actual proof. Like, I don't know if you saw that movie Left Behind. It's a Christian movie that I saw, and there was a guy that said if God was real, have him eat this glass of water, and nothing happened.
Well, give me what's that? Matthew. Because that's what Satan did to Yahweh Shah when he tempted him. When Satan tried to tempt Yahweh Shah, he told him to, God, what he told him to do. But he basically tried to get him to do something, and he said, the Lord cannot be mocked. You can't mock him. Yeah, you can't mock God. Who are you to give God a command? And say, hey, if God is real, tell him to rain fire down from heaven. Like, God will listen to you.
Yeah,
and God has already proven. God is not a God who we can believe in just for no reason. He has a history, a pattern of good works. He woke you up this morning. You understand? He has already proven his works. You don't gotta do what you exactly say. If God is real, tell him make me a millionaire today then. That's not how God works.
That's a genius.
Yes, indeed. Let's bring it up.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse number 1. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward at hunger. And when the tempter came to him, and he said, if thou be the Son of God,
if you be the Son of God,
command that these stones be made bread.
Yeah, he can't. That's Satan to say something like that. Who are you to tell me if I'm the Son of God do this? God don't gotta listen to us. And if the Son of God didn't even listen, so why would the Father listen? Right?
Verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Yeah, so we're not gonna just, that's not how God works. You don't say that God is real, then make it midnight right now so I can believe. That's not how that works. God's not about to just make it midnight because he said to do it. You understand? To prove to you a mortal man and he's real. Romans 3:1. So that's what I'm saying with a lack of understanding of how the Lord works. Yeah, so if he's not a man who's accepting the word and he seems like, let's say you never know, God can do a work in his life and turn him to a believer. But if you're a man who just don't believe, and it's been years I've been trying to convince this man that God real, yeah, I wouldn't be such.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 3, and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God. For what if some did not believe?
What if people don't believe?
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Yeah, that means that just because this man don't believe or some people don't believe that God is not going to do what he said he's going to do, that God is not going to have a second coming, that Jesus is not going to save and deliver. No, him not believing don't matter, right?
God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar.
Yeah, God has already proven that. Now we're not just hoping that Jesus saved us just out of ignorance. He has already saved us throughout history multiple times. He saved us from the time of Egypt. He saved us from the Babylonian Empire. So this is a man that we can depend on. This is a God that we can depend on. You understand what I'm saying to you, brother? So he has already proven himself to man. He don't need to prove himself no longer. He's already done that. Right, bring it up. Not that he ever proved himself to men, but from a carnal level, it's already been proven to you. Right, bring it up.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
So it's impossible to please God if you don't believe, if you don't have faith. And what is faith? Because you said he needed proof, he needed to see something.
I tried to tell him, he's like, well, he was like, well, I got proof. I mean, what happened with this? He tried to tell me, my bad. He said that, how come you believe in God? And I told him, because I believe in God, I have faith. I pray when I get up in the morning, I pray before I go to bed. If I have things that are out of my control, and I don't know how to deal with them, I pray. I mean, it's all about having faith. You got to start there. And then he told me, like, believe in there's some invisible dude in the sky that ain't real. I'm like, you don't know that.
Well, I would say this. If I'm dealing with an atheist and they ask me why do I believe in God, just because I know who I'm dealing with, your answer was right, it wasn't wrong. But just because I know I'm dealing with like a stiff-hearted atheist, I would give a more tangible answer. Like I wouldn't say, I just have faith. I just believe it. You can
He knew
say,
what faith meant.
yeah,
So I didn't explain it.
but I wouldn't say I wouldn't have probably went the faith route. I probably would have went just like, look, God has proven himself to me. You understand? Not just I just believe. I wouldn't just say that. I would say, look, God has proven himself to be God. We see God everywhere. We don't see literally him himself standing like behind the tree. But look at the trees. Look at babies being born. Look at the earth. Look at water. Look how things move. God has proven that. Because regardless of whether you believe in God or not, you believe something miraculous. You have to believe in something miraculous. If it's a Big Bang theory, that's miraculous. You believe a comet, whatever, hit the earth, and all of a sudden lands and waters, and people start coming out of nowhere. So when people say, I don't believe in God, some spooky stuff, monkeys turn into humans are spooky. That's what's weird.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's
I'm
stupid.
sorry.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
yeah.
trying to
Exactly. So I would say, look, God is all around us. God is showing his works and constantly moving. The wind blows, the snow falls, the rain. You know what I'm saying? We don't even figure that the earth will flood again because God has made a promise.
Yeah.
Like this is all at work. The stars have things never stop. The sun always goes up, the moon always go down, and the moon, this thing always happens. God is real. Let me read this first. I got you. Let me read this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Start verse 1 for I want the definition.
Verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
So faith is things that's hoped for. Read.
The evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, the evidence of things that hasn't been seen. And there's things that aren't seen that we just have faith. We just, even on a carnal level. You know what I'm saying? Like we believe, you know, of course, in angels, in spirit. We can't see them. We never seen it, but we know that they're around. We know they're amongst us. You understand? But even something like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something carnal.
Like oxygen.
Oxygen. You don't see it. You understand? But you just know it's there. You know gravity. You don't see it. You don't even feel it. You just believe. So that's that's faith, right? So same thing with spiritual things, right? Keep reading.
For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God.
That's when I jump down to 6.
Verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him.
Yeah, so without faith it's impossible to please God. So God gotta have faith, belief in you. You understand? Or if not, it's impossible to please God. Like I said, if you're not pleasing God, then I don't think he should be your friend. You asking me.
Because I was trying to tell them about the civil rights movement and how slaves, we've been slaves for hundreds of years, probably longer than that. And I was trying to tell them, you know, a lot of these individuals, they had faith, they came together, they marched, they talked about everything. There was a ton of churches being built at the time and all of that. And I was trying to tell them, you know, we didn't get through that ourselves. You know, we prayed to God. That was a miracle. The ending of slavery as the way it was. I mean, it's still there.
I mean, I don't even believe that with the civil rights movement. But that's another conversation. But yeah, you're right. God delivered us out of slavery.
Yeah, I mean, like they could have just said, okay, screw these people, just kill them all and be done with it. You know, they could have just said that, but that's not what happened.
I have an estimate.
You have a question?
What that mean right there? Come out and hurt my people. What they
Oh, give them Oh, okay.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Now the her is talking about America. America is the woman. America is the her. Now we have to come out of her, my people. Read from top.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That's how you come out of her. That you do not be partakers of her sins. You understand? Keep reading.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
So you won't receive her plagues.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
So America's sins have reached unto heaven. You can stock all America's sins all the way up. It'll go all the way up to the heavens. And if you partake in those sins, you partake in the drugs, the drunkenness, you partake in homosexuality.
Like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah. You partake in the lies, the theft. You partake in their ideologies, the way of, these different ways of life, these religions. Then you're joining yourself, same thing with a friend. You could join yourself and make friendship with the world. And like I said in James 4:4, you make friendship with the world, and therefore you're going to fall. And when America gets plagued, you'll get plagued with them.
Okay. Good to see it for black guys being relationship with white guys.
Is it a sin? Give me 1 Kings 11. I mean, it's not necessarily a sin, but it's frowned upon.
Before we go race now.
That's right. Right for yourself.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 11 and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Solomon loved a lot of different women, right? Your name's Solomon? All praise. Right?
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
So he had a daughter of Pharaoh. He loved the Egyptians.
Women of the Moabites.
He loved the Moabite women.
Ammonites.
Ammonite women.
Edomites.
Edomite, white women.
Sidonians.
Right, Hamites.
And the Hittites.
Hamites.
Of the nation concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love.
So the Lord said, don't do it, because they'll change the way of life.
What about the white women that go to church?
Well, I mean,
They ain't gonna tell you they go to church. Ones go to church. They don't the ones don't go to church.
well, Christianity and church, I don't necessarily believe in going to church. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't agree with the church.
Yeah, there's some I stopped going to church a long time ago. It's not because I didn't stop believing. Every pastor has something different to say, and every comparison they make with the Bible is either a personal experience or is some sort of metaphor. And you can't really take those things and bring it together unless you've been to it and know what you're talking about. But I used to go to Starlight Baptist Church. There was a church on youth that I used to go to before they closed it down. And all I can tell you is I've been from church to church to church. I'm like, you know what, I'll just read the Bible at home.
Right, yeah, that's the church. And they had church at home too. But the point is that church, nothing going on with church, but today it's associated with Christianity. So, and I would say that white woman church is this white man right here. And that, like, going back to First Kings, it'll change your heart to other gods.
Jesus was black man, I know that.
Yeah, he's
So
an
you have like
Israelite
war.
man.
You have like
Right. Right, so I wouldn't say deal with white women at all.
So before you continue, you said something about Christianity. What's your opinion?
Well, that is, I mean, ultimately it's false, you know, false doctrine.
I'm a Christian, so that's news to me.
Yeah, so something like as false, for example, I mean, I can name 1,000 things, but like Jesus died for everyone. You know, I don't believe that's the Bible teaches. Well, the Bible, I know that's not the Bible.
I was talking to little people from God, it's all this is our same.
Yeah.
You don't think that's true?
Oh, yeah, Acts 5 right now. Let me tell you something.
Book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29.
You know?
And it reads, Then Peter and the other apostles.
I was like, now if the Bible teaches that Jesus died for everyone, we shouldn't find nowhere in the Bible that teaches something different, right?
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than men.
Right, so we don't listen to what God say, not what man say.
The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, upon ye slew and hanged on a tree.
So God raised Jesus Christ up.
Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince
Jesus Christ is a prince.
and a savior,
And he's a savior.
for to give repentance
And he died to give repentance, right?
to
Hold on, to who? Jesus Christ died to give repentance to who? What did you say?
I said God.
To God?
He was apologizing.
No, I'm saying repentance. Like, Jesus Christ died so that who can have repentance? Who is we? Everybody? All right,
Let's hear it.
let's hear it.
I know the answer.
Okay.
From
Yes.
him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel.
No, it's everybody.
To Israel.
So right there it said
okay.
that's to Israel. Give Matthew 1 and 21.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I take that back. They did mention it, but whenever they mentioned that verse, it was like metaphor.
See that? I don't see how that's metaphor. Bring that up.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and 21.
Bring it out.
And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. But when he had heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee, and he came and dwelt in the city called Nazareth, that it might. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son,
So Mary had a son named Jesus.
and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
So Jesus comes to save his people from their sins. What did the church say that his people were? Who was his people?
For speaking in a certain way, when they say that these people, they meant everybody. Everybody.
Well, let's see. We're going to go to the next chapter and see what who is. Chapter 2, verse 6.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 2 verse 6.
Yeah.
And thou Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Israel.
The governor, which is Christ, is coming to rule my people Israel. And it says, he shall be a savior to his people. His people
So
be
these
Israel.
people.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right. Read out Matthew 15. This the head cutter, head chopper. Yeah, warm you up. This the big one right here.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Do you think if somebody needed saving, Jesus, and Jesus came to them, that he would save them? Do you think Jesus would like ignore them? Okay, that's
Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold,
so Jesus Christ is in coast of Tyre and Zidon, right? Hamites.
a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast.
Now Jesus Christ is the Israelite, and this is a Canaanite woman. Two different nations of people.
And cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil.
So she's coming to Jesus Christ, and she says, "Have mercy on me. My daughter is vexed and possessed with a demon, a devil." You have children? Okay, so imagine you have children. Of course, you're gonna love your kids, right? And if they was possessed with a demon, I'm sure you would do everything in your power to try to get that demon out of your kids. You probably, who knows how long this has happened? You probably been praying for years, every day, 20 times a day. You probably tried to take them to doctors and scientists and whoever you can find that can help. You didn't try to take them to anybody and everybody. Like, this is your son, this is your daughter, this is daddy's little girl. She's screaming, she's scratching herself. She's probably crying for days. You finally see Jesus. This gotta be the best day of your life. I got children, this would be the best day. I got a little daughter, this would be the best day of my life if I seen Jesus Christ. And my daughter been possessed with the devil for months. And I mean, me and her mother been stressing and trying to get this demon off of her. So she rushed to Jesus Christ, and he asking Jesus to heal her daughter.
But he answered her not a word.
What does that mean? He didn't answer her word. He ignored her. He didn't approve of it. Right? Keep reading.
And his disciples came and besought him, saying,
Then the disciples show up. Right? Read.
Send her away, for she crieth after us.
What does that mean? Yeah, get her out of here. Send her away. Now imagine your daughter, you've been asking Jesus for help, and the disciples say, get her out of here. You will be heartbroken. Now if Jesus died for everybody, why would he do that? Yeah, keep reading.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but
Then he told her, the reason why I ignored you, the reason why the disciples are saying send you away is because what?
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
It says because we only here for Israel. Right, keep reading.
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread.
Who is the children? The Israelites. He said it's not meet to take the children's bread, keep reading,
And to cast it to dogs.
what did he call this woman? A dog. He said it's not good for me to take the children's bread would be the blessings, the promises, the healing. It's not good for me to take that from them and give it to you, just you dog woman. That don't sound like somebody who died for everybody with me. That don't sound like somebody who planned on dying for everybody.
Right.
If I seen that, I'll say, ain't no way he died for her. Yeah. So kind of sound like cold shoulder. See that? You know why Jesus, can you put that up the song? You know why Jesus signed a dirt cheese? Because this is the Jesus that, you probably don't believe in this picture, but this is the Jesus that's in your mind.
Yep, you're not wrong here.
Yeah, that Jesus is
I
just
bet
some,
you're going to tell me this is what you think he is.
well, I don't know if this is necessarily him either, but this is more a description. Scratch this in the too. But he would be a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair.
Oh no, I'm trying to picture that situation, that verse with this face.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it. I'm
Yeah, I'm starting to see it.
So as for this, that just looks grandiose.
Yeah, well, white Jesus, you just imagine a guy and I'm just skipping through the forest, throwing
That's
flowers.
I was thinking that for a while.
See that? And Jesus is not that guy. Remember, Jesus flipped the tables and started whipping people.
Yeah, it's
And animals.
like,
See that? Now, what if you whip animals today? Well, they you be locked up. Hey, they said Jesus was an austere man.
I remember I remember watching the documentary. They said that picture of Jesus existed thousands of years after he died. So that started popping up. Because there was a documentary I was watching where people were talking about the first depictions of Jesus in art.
Yeah.
And well, a lot of them were different.
Yeah. This picture came during the time of the rebirth, the Renaissance.
Yeah, Renaissance.
Yeah, that's when they started doing that. But the point is that we have an image of Jesus in our head where he's docile, where he's like super sweet,
all-knowing, omnipotent individual. Like that.
Well, that's when God is all-knowing, but Jesus is not all-knowing. Remember, Jesus
Doesn't know the time right
when they asked when you return, he said only the Father knows. So he doesn't. But the Most High God is all-knowing, but not Christ.
Yeah, that's a podcast. So he said that.
Well, yeah, get Matthew 24, verse 6. Jesus Christ is not all-knowing.
Yeah,
He knows a lot, obviously, but
yeah,
not
he
all
said that whatever God says to Jesus, God speaks through Jesus.
Yeah, that's
and,
true.
That's what he said. And he said, whatever God knows, Jesus would be told that he would know.
Well, no, that's not true.
And I'm like, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Jesus speaks the words of God, so yeah, God can speak through Jesus. But just because God knows everything doesn't mean that Jesus also knows.
Okay, yeah, and I remember asking, like, is God, isn't Jesus just a man? And at the end of it, doesn't he make mistakes and mess up and, lose his temper like everyone else? And he told me that, yeah, he's just a man. So then I asked him, so why are you telling me that Jesus is, like, just superhuman? Speaking about him like he's...
Well, Jesus never made a mistake. And Jesus never sinned.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
But, what I'm saying is, like, the picture and...
Yeah, that picture's off. But Jesus Christ is more than just, I wouldn't say he's just a man like he's you and I. He came in the flesh to be able to, overcome the world, overcome temptation, overcome sin. But he's a man who's overfilled with the Holy Spirit. You understand? Isaiah, I want to say...
Is it me or people are coming in? I was a guy who had that stick. How was you?
Yeah, what? No. I don't know. Wait, read it now.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 36.
Yeah, but Jesus has a holy wisdom and knowledge and the Holy Spirit more than any regular old man. But yeah, but we're gonna read this out.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
So only the Father knows when the second coming of Christ will be. Not Jesus, not man, none of them.
No, I get you.
Christ, even in Revelation 14, was told by the angel when to pull out his sword. He didn't even, I ain't gonna necessarily say he know, but he was told, like, oh, thrust now, you pull your sword out now, do your thing now. He didn't just automatically just doing stuff. So he was taking order, that's an order, I guess. So I wouldn't say he's all-knowing because he doesn't know this.
Yeah, so basically I'm just going to chalk it down to...
Even in Egypt, when that spirit of the Lord came and killed all the firstborn Egyptians, saying with Solomon that he leaked from heaven. He was told, given an order when to do it, and he leaked down from heaven. And that spirit, who was Christ at the time, killed all the firstborn Egyptians. Moved and passed over the Israelites that had the blood on their doorposts.
I get you.
But yeah, so Jesus Christ did not die for everyone. That's a lie that was told by the Christian church. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing. But it's, like I say, I think there's 1,000 different lies in the Christian church. But that's one of many. You got any other questions?
What about other religions? Like you have spin-offs of Christianity, like Jehovah's Witness, you got Muslim, the whole...
Yeah, Muslim is definitely off. That's definitely a no.
Because the Jehovah's Witness got their own name God.
Yeah,
You got Allah, you got Jehovah, you got.
Yeah, we don't agree with Jehovah's Witnesses or definitely not Muslims. I would rather be a Jehovah's Witness than a Muslim. I mean, I wouldn't want to be neither one of them. But if I had to pick which one is better, I guess a Jehovah's Witness would say.
Okay, so like in that case, what is this here?
This is not a religion. This is like we showed you earlier. We are the Israelites. It's a people. It's a nation of people, right? So it's a nationality. We're not black, we're not Americans, we're not Negroes. We are the Israelites. That's a people. And these people are the chosen people of God. God did not create everybody equal, and He don't view everyone as equal.
Okay,
There's a chosen race of people. We are that chosen race, and God, in Joel 2:27, is the God of these people and these people only. He's not the God of everyone. And the Bible is about God and the Israelites and their relationship. So that's what we are. We are a people, and we are the people of God. And the Bible is a book that talks about a God and His people, a people and their God, and what all they go through.
Okay,
So that's what this is. We're the Israelites.
So this is what I put together. Sit here, listen. So we got the Israelites.
Yeah.
Basically, the Bible takes a generalist approach to everything, but this is what it's really all about.
The Bible is about God, His only begotten Son, and His people, and the history of His people, how they deal with different nations throughout history, how they rule throughout history, how they
I get that, but
enslaved.
what I'm saying is like, this is about, God's chosen here on this list.
Yeah.
And the inconsistencies, like the one I learned today about. Jesus not being fair. He died for it. Okay, this blows my mind. Yeah, this is enlightening.
Well, let me read this one.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
Bring it up.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel,
God is in the midst of Israel.
and that I am the Lord your God,
He's our God.
and none else.
And what?
And none else.
Nobody else.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
We're not ashamed to say that. That God is our God and our God only. All throughout the Bible, nations had different gods. Nobody ever, nowhere in the Bible that all the people on earth all worship the same God. That never happened. One nation had a different God, another nation had another God. I can't read no time in the Bible where everybody had one God. So
you're saying that's another inconsistency?
No, I'm saying there's only one true God.
Oh.
But I'm saying in the Bible, people had worshiped different quote-unquote gods, which weren't really gods, they were just idols. But the point is, the one true God is the God of Israel.
No, I get you.
And other people have other gods, but they're not even real. Like Allah is not even real. You can't do anything.
Now you got a point. Okay, so we're the Israelites. Everyone on this list is. I'm not guessing that's. Let's put this together here. Everyone on this list is in that. Is it their history?
Yes.
Okay.
It's their history, it's their present, it's their future.
Exactly.
It's their living one.
And if you're not on this list,
I want to say this is split. But if you're not an Israelite, because you could be from Africa and be an Israelite, you're not necessarily on the list. You could be from China and be an Israelite, you're not necessarily on the list. The list is mainly for the West, chiefly. But it's more than about the list. It's about being an Israelite. And your ancestors come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then you're the chosen people of God. And you must repent and turn back to your father.
okay.
Because
So
you have been separated from them.
and remember when we were talking about everybody, right? We were talking about how I believed at one point that Jesus died for everybody. And we scratched that off as Israelites that died for people in those tribes. So what happens to the people that are not of those tribes?
In Isaiah 14.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So God's going to choose us
and set them in their own
He's
land.
gonna put us back in our homeland, back in Israel, back in Jerusalem.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
The strangers are the people. They're gonna be joined with us. So the kingdom of heaven is gonna be here on earth. You understand that? We're gonna be back in our land, right, prosperous, living good, be a fruitful land, we'll be a fruitful people, right? No more crying, no more, worrying, no more, your body kind of getting old, and no more none of that.
So we're talking about the kingdom of heaven.
Kingdom of heaven, right?
That's the new Israel.
That's right. So we're gonna be in our
That's
land.
for us.
That's right. Other nations will be on earth as well, right?
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
We're gonna cleave to it.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them
What
in
do you mean
the
when you possess them?
Take them over.
You take over, you own it. We're gonna own them. We're gonna take over them. We're gonna conquer these people. Keep reading.
shall possess them in the land of the Lord for
And this is in the land of the Lord. It's the kingdom. In the land of the Lord, they're gonna be our what?
servants and
In
handmaids.
the land of the Lord, these other nations will be our servants and our handmaids.
In the kingdom of heaven.
In the kingdom of heaven.
We're going to have servants that aren't Israel.
Yeah, these two people right here, them yours. You got them locked down. You might as well go ask them their names. Get comfortable with them. Because they going to be yours in the kingdom of heaven. Him too. He
For sure.
He may, what you want him to do? Whatever you want him to do, he'll do. In the kingdom of heaven, right?
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So the people that we're captive to, they're gonna be captive to us. So that's what's gonna happen.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
So in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna rule over our oppressors. Get Revelation 1:26. Let's do what Jesus Christ said about this. In the red letter.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end,
So we overcome temptation, overcome sin, overcome the flesh, overcome the world, and we keep the faith unto the end.
to him will I give power over the nations.
Jesus is going to give us power over these nations.
That's
over
right.
all these people behind you.
That's right.
Keep reading. God.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter. Shall they be broken to shivers?
We're going to rule over them with a rod of iron.
Is this, what is this, a revenge thing, or is it just the way it is?
So it's not revenge, it's justice.
Ah.
And it's also just the way it is. We're going to be the kingdom of heaven. Kingdom is the root word. Kingdom is rulership. Kingdom of heaven, everyone's not going to be equal in the kingdom of heaven. Even amongst the Israelites.
I thought everybody was going to be.
Well, let's get back to that. I don't think so. Even amongst the Israelites, everyone will be equal.
I thought there was no reason for order and class and hierarchy.
Well, that's not true. Remember, the Lord come with a. Hold that. Give me Isaiah 9. The Lord is going to establish a government. Right? So the government is on top.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, and verse number 6. For us, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is the.
Oh, my bad.
Verse 6. For unto us a child is born,
Jesus Christ is born.
unto us a son is given, and the government,
And the what?
the government
The government.
shall be upon his shoulder.
So Christ is coming with a government. You understand? He's going to establish a government on earth.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
There you have it. So Jesus Christ is coming to have a government. On his shoulders, I mean, he's a foundation, but you have a government that's on, he's carrying on his shoulders. You understand that? Bring out Revelation 7, in verse 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 1. It reads, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So that's the point.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So you have 144,000. You got the 12 disciples. You got 144,000 of the children of Israel. 7,000 from each 12 tribes. Each one of the 12 tribes. So Matthew 5. So the kingdom of heaven will have there'll be a government, and you have a king, which is your Lord Jesus Christ. You will have the 12 disciples. You will have the 144,000. You have the 1/3. You have the 2/3, and then you have the bottom class of society, which would be the Edomites and the other nations.
So that's the justice.
That's how things being put back in order. Even King David had servants.
No, I get
King Solomon had, every kingdom has servants.
So
That's
it's
just the
these
reality of the kingdom.
servants that are going to be in the kingdom of heaven that aren't Israelites. They're not going to be like miserable or slaves the way we were in a
Will you be miserable as a servant?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so they're not.
Okay.
You have to eat the bottom class. You're going to be miserable. Oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they may have a day where today was a good day. They may, ride around, listen to Ice Cube. No. But they may have a decent day. I'm pretty, your wife get pregnant, that's joyful. I'm not very sure you'll have moments. You know what I'm saying? Your wife have a baby, that's a good time.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure your daughter, whatever.
Yeah, I get where you're
have
coming
some
from. I
moments.
just don't want it to be a thing where it's like the way
I'm pretty sure slaves
like a
had a
reading
good
of
day.
history. Like we going to heaven and we're just doing this to them.
Well, why not? Listen to this.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So Jesus Christ came to fulfill that which was written of him in the law and in the basically Old Testament. The law and in the prophets. He comes to fulfill it, somebody's death, burial, things like that, and he comes to fulfill it. You read it?
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law,
right,
till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so,
you break God's commandments and you teach men to go against God's commandments, you shall what?
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So there's going to be a people who are going to be least in the kingdom of heaven.
But whosoever,
least at the bottom of the list?
Well, they're not going to be amongst the Israelites. Like I said, your hierarchy.
Okay.
Everyone is not going to be great in the kingdom.
No, I get you.
Some people are going to be just regular folks. Some people are going to be, the normal, regular working class type people. Some people are going to be the least. Some people, God's going to be right people.
But whosoever shall do and teach them the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
You have people who great. You have people who least. You have people who, that's how it's going to go. I think it's First Chronicles 12 and 14.
I believe that what he's talking about is about the difference in that's how the way you live down here on earth and the things that
That's
you
right.
do.
Yeah, it's not based off of when I get to
things that
heaven.
you
Yeah, it's not based on when I get to heaven who making the most money, who hustling.
Oh,
it's
no,
about
not that.
it's about who lives the most righteous life, who is the most pleasing to God in His eyes, who did God have mercy on, and decide from the foundation of earth that this man is gonna be part. These are gonna be my 12 disciples. These are gonna be my 144,000, the 1/3, stuff like that. So that's what you're trying to do. You want to be great in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Or you could be you can live a regular life in America, you can live a regular life in the kingdom. I don't want to live a regular life in the kingdom. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. I want a crown on my head. And big. I don't even want to be there to the crown. I want my neck. I want to have a crick in my neck every day because the crown's so heavy. I want to have 1,000 children. You know what I'm saying? I want the kids to be playing and laughing.
You're talking about eternity, right?
Yeah, eternity, right? I want to have 2,000 children. Now you can't have 2,000 children. You go broke. You can't do that today. You can barely even have 4 children in this place. You get 3 children, you kind of, man, look at your money fund. You get a kingdom, you get 2,000 children, you'll be your own nation. You understand? I want a big throne. I want to sit on my throne, be comfortable, and I want one of these heathens to kind of feed me grapes. One of the people in the nation say, feed me my grapes, and I want big, juicy grapes. That's what I want. Not the little grapes. I want big ones.
Can you read about, I think it's the 7 crowns of heaven?
7 crowns of heaven.
It's in there.
Well, I mean, how
I
we
think
gonna
it's
eat if we
7.
don't take our bodies with us when we die?
You say you want to take our bodies?
When we die.
No, yeah, no, when you yeah. You talking, I don't
Talk about eating grapes.
Yeah, first, no, you eat him. Yeah, you got First Thessalonians 4. In the kingdom of heaven, when you get delivered up into the chariots, this fleshly body you won't take with you. But in the kingdom of heaven, well, we won't have a carnal body in the sense of a body that gets old. Or remember, the Lord told the 12 disciples that you shall eat with me and Abraham. You understand? So
we'll have some sort of vestige.
yeah, but we won't have like a body that gets old. You won't like, you know, your knees start hurting and your back cracking when you get up in the morning. You won't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It says in David, an arrow didn't even hurt. Like, the arrow kind of broke. The arrow touched his skin because he was so filled with the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna have a carnal body in that sense. But bring this up. Verse chapter 4:13.
It's the book of 1
So we're
Thessalonians.
not gonna have a body in the sense of like a body we have now. Yeah, but you will still have like a physique, you know what I'm saying? But bring this up.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope.
Talking about people who died. Don't cry over, you know, when somebody died. Not saying you can't cry, but you know, some people died and you have some people who like, they'll get depressed. They'll basically throw their whole lives away. They can't believe that their mom died or something like that. And the Lord is saying, look, those who don't have hope, understand that death is just a part of life. You know, death is, they're in a better place, that type of thing, right? Keep reading.
Verse 14. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so, them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him.
Yeah, so don't, you know, be too bent out of shape by when people die. Now, of course, it's a time for mourning, you cry and all that, but don't let it ruin your life, because they'll be back again, just like Jesus came back again, right? Keep reading.
For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Right.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout,
So the Lord returns back. He's going to come from heaven with a shout, right?
with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of a God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first.
So the dead in Christ will rise.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them
So we're going to be beamed up, you know what I'm saying, to the chariots of God.
in the clouds to meet the Lord. And
Clouds are the chariots, not literal clouds. I'm talking about the chariots. Like, tell you that in Psalms 104:3 that the clouds are the chariots. Right?
in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
Right.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words.
So when we get beamed up, we're going to be changed in a sparkling of an eye. We'll be changed in terms of our physique. But in terms of like death ruling over us, we will conquer death. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, because we no longer in sin. The wages of sin is death. So in that sense, we want to have a sinful body. We want to have a body, like I said, again. Only reason why our body gets old and things like that because of sin. The Bible didn't tell you that the people who lived before us lived longer than us. They lived 500,000 years, 900 years, 100 years. The Lord, people Psalms 90 verse 9, because of sin brought down, you know, life expectancy. You understand? We are smaller. Or you know, yeah, times past. Yeah, you know, like Adam, Methuselah.
That one.
Oh no, that's more like the time of Genesis, things like that. But the Lord, throughout you read the Bible, throughout history, people's life expectancy went down shorter and shorter and shorter, you know, shorter. Because of sin, even their physique it got smaller and smaller. When men used to be a lot taller, a lot bigger, now they're much smaller. And it's all because of sin. Right?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 90 verse 10. Verse 9. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 60 years.
A score is 20. So he said we live 3 scores, which would be 60.
Years in 10.
And 10, which would be 70.
And if by reason of strength they be 80 years.
If by reason of strength, if we able to fight out an extra 10 years and make it to 80, read.
Yet is their strength labor in sorrow.
It's just sorrow. After you get 70, you're pretty much struggling. Pretty much, your body is on its way out. Once you get like 80 years old, you get to 80, maybe make it to 90. It may be a person who maybe possibly reach 100, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we live about 80 years old. You understand? Why? Because of sin. So the flesh that we have now is we only deal with this flesh because of sin. Whereas without sin, in a world without sin, and we are people without sin in the kingdom of heaven, we'll still have a physique, we'll still have a body, but it won't be a fleshly body that gets
eternal body.
Yeah, there won't be a body when we get
vessel.
old. Yeah. So you'll eat, you'll do things like that, but you ain't gotta like worry about, oh no, if I get ran over, you gotta worry about your ankle breaking.
Yeah, because I was a kid whenever they talked about people dying, it becomes this ephemeral spirit, and you just float away. You're like a ghostly.
Yeah, when you
Have you ever seen that movie Ghost? That's the kind of body we have.
Yeah, but